All right, this is the intro song. Everybody's muted. Let's rock out. And,
Started as Harris, dreams so modest, brick lanes and alleys, nights so lawless, homies by my side, plotting the climb. The shadows grew deeper, corrupted the time. Streets called Dakota, a name for the pain. Reborn in the chaos, soaking in rain. Swig of the gin, while tracing my skin. The world keeps turning, I'm stuck within. From Paris to Dakota, sharper the blade. Friends turn to rivals, trust decayed. Still chasing the winds, but losing within. Every sip of that gin, I see my twin. Chase paper through alleys, hunger the force. Homies dipped off when I strayed off course. Bottles echo demons, I'm fighting the spin. Living the hustle, still doused in sin. Reflect in the mirror, don't know who I know. Harris got buried where villains grow. Dakota's my armor, forged in the grind. But inside is hollow, I'm still confined. From Harris to Dakota, sharper the blade. Friends turn to rivals, trust decay. Still chasing the winds, but losing within. Every sip of that gin, I see my twin.
all right. If it's too loud, just let me know. I got yours on full blast, though.
Every sip of that gin, I see my twin.
Well, that's like a quarter of the way.
Representing one more time for your ass, man. Eyes wide open as I'm waking up. Haters on my side, wanna step, but they ain't brave enough. No weed on my blunt, and you know I'm craving. What you gonna do when the niggas at the top, bro? Better keep my name.
Are we on?
Yes. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, no more introductions. Yo. Back up in the building for another edition of the
Harry's drinking again.
Pubcast. I'm your host, Harry Too Scary, aka Mr. Harris. That's right. Never mind the skeletons on the screen. I don't know what's going on over here. This is an off-the-cuff show. That's right. Just so you know. Okay? Nothing televised, nothing scripted, nothing put together. Hey, bro, he's not on the phone doing 90 over here. Like, bro, we're going to talk about this and this. No, this is off the cuff. A little bit similar, but far from Therapy Night Rants. Therapy Night Rants is, yes, unscripted, but off the cuffs are a little bit like crazy or sometimes a little bit, but we're going to go very in depth tonight. So if you are watching live or in the future, thank you for tuning in. So this is Harris Drinking again. Yes. And I have with me, of course, Brother Ray G. And for the first time, and I ain't gonna lie, bro, you look like a grown kind of man in person. You look like a little ass like boy and like on the screen though, like with the baby face. This motherfucker look 12 years old. I swear to God, YouTube, he's over 18. Okay, he looked young as fuck. The camera took 10 years off him, like straight up. But we got Dylan, aka Dylan Siapno, actually, ladies and gentlemen, Brother Ray G's one of 3 seeds. Yes, there's not a fourth, right? I'm not tripping.
No.
I'm not tripping. His son, Dylan Siapno, a.k.a. Dito.
Dito.
We got the mic. Yeah, we're good there. Now, look. Um, I have 3 mics. I got a lot of shit, but I can't find it right now. Okay, so they're coming live from 2 mics, but we're gonna make it work. Swivel stick, they'll pass it back and forth. I'm gonna light this marijuana joint. I got a shooter. I do want to say I do promote Gubba Gubba Rum on this show, right?
Gubba Gubba Rum.
They are the official and the first sponsor.
Hey, how come I can't hear myself, bro?
I think as you turn your head.
Oh, did I?
The heady all the way up.
No, I mean, wait. Can I hear myself? Can you hear me talk?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Kind of.
Can you really hear me or no? Not really.
I
Vague.
don't know. Our mic is kind of, I don't know.
It's kind of flat. Your mic.
Testing. Yeah, I know. Our mic's a little low.
All right. All the mics are all the way up, and yeah, all the mics.
Can you hear us on your mic?
Yeah.
I can hear you, but the microphone has to be like directly on your mouth.
Yeah.
Like
this one's more.
Yeah.
That one's more. But
it's all right. We'll make do what we got. We'll just move. We just move the boom. Boom, boom.
It's been so long, honestly, since Brother Ray has been in studio.
It's been a while.
And he's lucky I even kept the second mic up. I had Dr. Shannon in here a couple weeks ago, so I hooked it up. And but I put everything away. I tried to keep. I really prefer to be a minimalist. If we can talk about maybe this also in the show, minimalist versus I want the world. Oh no. If I had $1 million. I swear to God, I could make that stretch over 30 fucking years or a lifetime. Like, you know what I mean? We're already living poor. Like, we can make $1 million stretch if we had to. I kind of want to, but I try to do a minimalist vibe, but then I go into fucking chaos and I start eating.
You know what mental state I'm in right now? It's kind of like the opposite of what you just said. I like to compound.
Interesting.
I want to compound it, like figure out a way to because really that's what we in school were talking about today when we were walking into the marina. I go, so how do you really make money?
Oh shit.
Well, you either gotta do something, and everything is about it's hard. I say, yeah, of course it's gonna be hard. Of course, the initial part is always gonna be hard. Just be ready for that. It's always gonna be hard. Things that are not even easy are still hard. So accept the hard. So I go, because another thing too is that another way to make money is you gotta have money. And if you don't have any money, it's hard to try to make money. So you gotta go down to the very basic. And right now, what I can think of, where it won't take a lot of money from me, but I'll probably make it up. I'll be able to double that is food, selling food.
Well, and we've talked about this for a minute, man. Like selling food, bro. Like, so my son wants to do a lemonade stand this summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've got the ingredients, and I'm gonna use this actual stand here. Put the sign. Actually, my girl, they made the sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
But either way, it takes a thought to even want to sell lemonade. We're a kid, we sell lemonade.
Absolutely.
So what about all these Mexicans out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That are just they ain't got no food license.
Yeah.
They have no health permit.
Nothing.
They push the cart. They sell the mangoes, the pineapples.
Yeah.
I got tahine and chamoy in the house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dylan just ate some delicious pineapple. I could have sold that for sure $5 on the sidewalk next to the marina.
Yeah.
So I guess it's just about having actual people and brothers that will literally go do it with you.
And then you ask yourself, why do you stop? Why do we stop us when these people who don't even speak the language will come out there in a cart to give you something, whatever horchata or whatever.
Fire that up there.
Like horchata or something like that they're selling, and you're gonna buy it.
It's just some music going
because it's right there. It's convenient.
Yeah.
You know what? I think what it is that a lot of times as Americans we kind of have this thing. Oh well, you gotta go by the law and you gotta buy. It's right now. What's going on right now with the whole Diddy case and the other stuff that happened in the past with other politicians, There's a lot of crazy shit going on right now in this world, and it's really exciting time to be around right now. Really exciting.
Yeah. I mean, we're living in, for the first time, even in my cynical life, or my kind of, even on my most pessimistic side, I literally believe anything is possible. Like now at this point in my life, 37, 38, I believe anything is possible. Like anything.
Anything.
Because we're living in such a crazy, I'm watching the game tonight.
Mhm.
Just like I never really follow the NBA too much anymore. Pacers, Knicks, Pacers come back by 14. And then Halliburton, and I call it. Kevin Long, he called it. I said, call Anthony. He goes to the line like under 10 seconds left. I said, bro, he's gonna hit 101. Halliburton's gonna get the ball, take him into overtime. I shit you not. I got two or three witnesses. Anyway, Karl Anthony Towns makes the first, misses the second. Tyrese, he goes in, he steps back, he does that thing, takes him to overtime. Anyway, Pacers win. But
wow.
The excitement that I've had for this season NBA
Right.
is like it's kind of made me like a fan, like okay, like shit.
No, basketball is back to what it is again.
Yeah. And I say that to say, but if anything can happen, teams getting blown out by 50 this playoffs, 40 or whatever. It's amazing, bro. So
it's cool because it's all young stars and younger athletes that are the ones that are competing this year. Everybody's a rookie, and it's all guards at that too. None of them are bigs. There's not any bigs or any forwards. So basketball is interesting again, just because we got all the young teams out here.
More up on it. Just get up on it.
Yeah, it's just interesting because basketball has all the younger athletes out here these days, and they're the ones that are making it to the playoffs, and it brings a new realm to the league, and I think that's the most exciting part about watching the NBA. Because even though my team didn't make it, it's still fun to watch. Seeing all these young teams and new talent doing it.
I fell out of the NBA around. I mean, I grew up brainwashed by sports. My new saying lately is I never left the 90s, because I could tell you every stat and this from like 99, 04. I seen LeBron come in the league and stuff, but like around 05. I think the bad boy Pistons, 05, Rasheed Wallace, Rip, the whole Tayshaun Prince,
Chauncey
Billups, 05 Pistons, bro. That was like my last
Ben
Wallace.
Ben Wallace.
Beast. The beast in the East, Ben Wallace. Like I can honestly remember like the 08 Celtics team, the triplet, they won the chip.
Yeah.
That's when I started watching the 08 Celtics.
I think after 08, honestly, might fell off.
I was watching because of Kobe, and then the prime, and then the 09-10 Lakers. I mean, I was watching. They made me get into basketball. I wouldn't say like I was a Lakers fan, just because I kind of was, just because I was a Kobe fan and I didn't know basketball at all.
Did the Celtics they went back to back?
No,
and then
Celtics,
Kobe won one against them.
No, so the Celtics, they went back to back, but they lost in 09 against. No, they didn't go back to back actually, because it was the Orlando that went. It was Orlando that went. Yeah, it was Orlando that went to the finals in 09, and then in 2010, that's when the Celtics went back, and then they lost to Kobe.
Yeah.
So
okay, but they won in 07.
No, they won in 08. They won in 08.
They went back to back though, but not.
No, they didn't. The Celtics didn't go back to back. They only have one ring.
Well, not like
only one ring.
They went to the finals back to back, lost to Kobe.
No, they didn't go to the finals back to back because the year after was Orlando.
Oh, okay.
I completely forgot.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think like that's like the kind of the last year.
That's when I first started watching basketball, and then Monte Ellis made me a Warriors fan.
Monte Ellis.
I think everybody forgets about Monte Ellis. That dude, his career, he averaged 18.5 points as a career. That's crazy. Like that means
he was exciting to watch.
No matter what team you put him on, he was getting you a bucket.
I know he was on at least like 17.
Yeah, exactly. He was on so many teams, and he was a guaranteed bucket on any team he was on. So, shout out Monte Ellis.
Shout out to Monte.
That guy was nobody talks about him.
Dito, do you watch a lot of like NBA podcasts? Do you fuck with like Gil's Arena or All the Smoke or?
I watch clips. I'm not gonna say here. I listen to full episodes, but I will say that I see the clips every now and then, and they're always fun to watch. I think it's interesting, and then I think it's really cool because NBA players that we didn't really you don't really acknowledge them, but you realize like they had a crazy career and they're kind of like there during all of like the best moments in the NBA, like Jeff Teague, Iman Shumpert. You know what I'm saying? You hear them talk about these moments in the league, and it's like, oh shit, that's right, he was on that team when that happened. and you just kind of hear more about it, and that's like the coolest part about today.
You know that guy Maxwell, man. When you hear him,
Vernon, Vernon, yeah.
like that motherfucker.
Yo, MJ was a dog, boy. I'm telling you, man. I didn't get no sleep. I watched that Clippers and MJ was a dog.
Mhm.
Ain't now, motherfucker, I would go to sleep for. Ain't a grown man that couldn't make me go to sleep. But boy, if I had to play Michael the next day, boy, I take my ass, lay my motherfucking ass down. You know that clip, man. Shout out to Vernon, fucking OG, bro.
I think that's another funny part too. Is that like now it's like everybody who like nobody knows. Like now everybody got an MJ, everybody got a Kobe story, and it's all the same story. They just tell different variations of it, but everybody got a fucking story about what like the date that they played against, and it's like, bro, the chances of it happening is like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
You know that's when you know you're making a mark. Is when other people start telling you a story about you. You know, like you don't have to say anything about what you did, but if someone else starts telling stories about you, wow,
that's when you become what Shador Sanders is running around say, legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker, you ain't done nothing. Your father is legendary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like or like a nickname.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody gives you a nickname,
right,
that's the one, or the neighborhood or whatever.
Right.
Your uncle, your fucking,
Yeah.
They call you, yep.
Like think about it, right? Neon Dion, Primetime. If the more nicknames that people have given you, the more, and he did. Yeah. He contributed. Deion Sanders was an amazing person, man. You seen him completely transform into a better person.
True athletes only as good as their nickname. Straight up, they're only as good as their nickname. If you don't have a dope nickname, I don't think you're not gonna have a very bright future. Think about it. MJ, Air Jordan.
Yeah,
that's a dope ass nickname. Mamba. You think Kobe? Mamba. You know what I'm saying? King James. You know what I mean?
The answer.
You know what I'm saying? The answer. That's hard. That was always hard. The
truth.
I always thought the truth.
Let's keep it going. Clyde the Glide. I mean,
Shack Attack. Diesel.
Superman Diesel.
Babyface Assassin. Chef Curry. He has multiple nicknames.
Assassin. Yeah.
Big Baby Glenn.
White Chocolate. White Chocolate.
Durantula.
Jason. Who?
Durantula.
Who's the tarantula?
No, Durantula.
Oh, Durantula. Oh shit! I never really heard that one for real.
Because who was Durantula?
Oh shit.
Huh?
KD.
Oh, KD. Durantula.
Oh,
Durantula.
Middle school Durantula.
Oh. Stevie Franchise.
Steve France, man.
No, but check this out. The ultimate branding. AI.
Yeah.
What?
Well, yeah.
I mean, come on, AI. I mean, it's like your name is already stamped. Bam, AI.
No,
you can say MJ, but AI.
You can even go outer sports. You know what I'm saying? John Bones Jones. You know what I'm saying? Nobody calls him John Jones. We all know him. John Bones. Johnny Bones. Johnny Bones. You know what I'm saying? Bones is like his name. We call him Bones.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Iron Mike.
Since we're going outside.
The greatest.
The
greatest Muhammad Ali. Okay. The greatest.
The great Bambino.
The GOAT.
The
Muhammad Ali.
The greatest. The great Bambino.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's still?
Now I'm going outside the sport, but hold on. I mean,
Money Mayweather.
That's Pac-Man. Pac-Man.
Pac-Man was like Manny Pac-Man.
Zoe, Alonzo Mourning.
Zoe.
He's the original Zoe before Alonzo Ball.
Yeah.
And now his brother, he's a rapper. Jello.
Yeah, Jello.
So now,
Hands of Stone.
Hands of Stone. Duran.
Durant,
Sugar
Sugar
Shane,
Shane Mosley.
Sugar Shane mostly.
Sugar Ray
I'm
Leonard.
sorry,
Sugar
but
Ray
shout out to the
Leonard.
big fundamental, Tim Duncan.
Oh
Tim Dun-
yeah.
I mean, I used to hate Tim Duncan like I
think
don't
that-
like
What,
Jokic.
what
Jokic.
what was his nickname? Tim Duncan.
It was
The big fundamental.
something like that. It was like the big. He was
Well,
like something
Shaq
like,
tried to take that too,
yeah. He was
but the Twin Towers,
something like that, man. He was tight.
the
Though.
big ticket KG.
KG's the big.
Yeah.
ticket.
And what was that noise? Did someone just chime in?
No, I think that was like a punk ass TikTok or some shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sports nicknames. I remember the episode too. I'm uploading the episodes like for episode 32. We did the best players to wear the number 32
Right.
jersey,
Mm.
and
Yeah, that's right. We did a show on 32, number 32.
yeah, and then like there's just so much stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I think we ran down a good list. I'm trying to think of even some more. Did Cal Ripken Jr. have a name? I used to love Cal Ripken.
Well, I just want to read off because I just googled Tim
Oh,
Duncan
hell yeah.
nicknames, and they
Let's go.
the big fundamental is one, so that's like the main one. But they call him Groundhog Day.
Groundhog.
Okay, maybe because he
'Cause he
does
pops.
the same moves
Yeah.
over and over. Always
Pops
uses the
out.
same word. It's the same stuff that you can't
Perfected.
stop.
Yeah, you know he's on
Old Man Riverwalk.
Old Man River.
Old Man Riverwalk.
Okay.
And the
Old man.
Stone Buddha.
The Stone Buddha.
That's crazy. That makes sense though, because he is like super calm. all the
Like
time.
he doesn't have no emotion. He's stoic.
Have you seen him
Yeah.
today? Tim Duncan looked like a Facebook mom.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got the dreads, right? He
Yeah.
got the whole.
He's cool,
That's
man.
what I'm
saying.
He's always so cool,
He
man.
is.
Even the way he played basketball,
Yeah.
just he can shoot. He's like smooth. He can play defense.
He
He's just
seems happy.
You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah.
Okay, when you think of players that maybe didn't quote unquote sell their soul or go broke, right? Like Tim Duncan, John Stockton, whatever. Like these guys, they just played the fucking game. Even Tom Brady
I'll
so
add
far.
Steph Curry to that list.
Steph
Somebody who just
Curry.
plays the game.
Even LeBron. I mean, LeBron outside of the politics, like,
Yeah.
well, we haven't heard no scandals yet about
No
LeBron.
scandals, but I feel like his need to just always be like the most relevant and like the face of
Yeah,
basketball.
let's not even throw LeBron
That's
in there
what
with
I'm
those
saying.
guys.
Yeah,
He
that's
doesn't
what I'm saying.
include
He's
it.
not nonchalant about
Because
it.
you
You know what I
said
mean?
that, yeah.
He wants to be
No.
the face of basketball.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing about. No, just sure with LeBron.
It's-
I get it. Like you want to be the face of basketball, but it's just
Yeah.
because he tries so hard for it. I can't stand here and be like, oh, he's a nonchalant player. He just plays the game. He don't just play the
Well-
game. He cries to the ref a lot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He GMs his team. He coaches his team. He decides who's coaching the team. All that stuff. He
True.
plays too much. He don't just shut up and play the game. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
plays too big of a part in everything.
What I truly feel, no matter how, if you're like over 25 or something, and you're following an NBA star or any star, celebrity, sports figure, Diddy, like, and you're like, following them to a degree, like, that they're like LeBron has a publicist.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
they're doing everything they can to keep ain't no party like a Diddy party out of the media.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, but then like maybe a player like Ron Harper, God damn it, he's out here. Who knows where Ron Harper's at?
Exactly.
You might see Ron Harper on the Harrison Drink Again podcast. Like you're more likely to see him or Luke Longley than fucking whoever.
Any of
Rodman
those guys
or-
would be dope, truthfully, because I bet it had some crazy stories.
But they just kind of go in there and they do their
Jordan's team.
yeah. But I feel like that's how you have to be. And I know me and you have gotten even in sometimes we talk, oh, you got to be great, And there's this debate, right, between, like you should want to be like a killer. Like everybody's going to be like Jordan. No. I don't see nothing wrong with being on a team. I know I ain't Jordan, bro. Like I know I ain't Jordan. I can't. I wish, but I'm gonna be Dennis Rodman. You know what I mean? Like I'm still gonna show up, show out.
I'd be
Right.
content with being like Drew Holiday.
Tony Coop. These
Drew
guys
Holiday,
who just
he got 2 rings with 2 different teams in the East.
you
know what
got
I'm
to,
saying?
man. You got to know your position.
You
You know, and even Drew Holiday in his own right, he's like a god at some fucking AAU basketball tournament
valuable.
somewhere.
In the league, he's valuable.
Yeah.
Yeah. You lock up any point guard that you put
Bro.
him on, he'll do exactly what you need as a point guard. He may not
Any
be a star
court-
player, but
Yeah.
anything you need him to do as a point guard, he's gonna do it. Like he'll guard, he'll pass. You know what I
Any
mean?
court or gymnasium you walk into in America, like as a father, even right, for the rest of time, like any arena or anybody that he goes into or Prime or anybody, they know who you are.
Exactly.
You might go to Golden Corral
Right.
and be left alone, but goddamn, when I go to any fucking park,
That's what I'm saying.
And yeah,
That's
Who
fucking
the fuck
tight.
they talking to?
So yeah, it's like um
well, because you also get that kind of treatment. The reason why is because there's something about your personality and character that that for some reason people respect you for that because you respected them truly for what they are, and I'm a true believer in, and I'm a true believer in, hey, you know what, give the proper respect to someone that earned it, right? So yeah.
oh
I always give respect to people. Like, to be honest, I think adversity is what makes people the greatest. And I just had the conversation with somebody recently at work. Like, we were talking about because show me another clip of the Gilbert Arenas podcast, and he was basically saying he's like, Kobe wasn't Kobe really wasn't that athletically gifted. He really wasn't a gifted player because it looks tight because he does all those like those hop steps, those euro steps, those three steps, those feints, those triple threats and all that stuff. Like it looks super dope. But Gilbert Arenas is like, why would I have to do all that when I can literally get to the basket in 2 seconds? Like I can do it way quicker. I can do less step. Like I don't need to do all this shit right here to do that. He has to do. Kobe had to do all those moves because Kobe's not athletic as everybody else. And then I was talking to him about that. I'm like, and in my opinion, you can say that, but I think that's more impressive, and I think that makes you even better.
We can actually go, even if you want to, we can.
Okay.
They're both hooked up. Either way, if you got to
Sure.
chime in,
For sure. You should both mics. Yeah.
Sure.
No, but yeah, like that's what I'm saying though. It's like, in my opinion, like that's more impressive because you're with a disadvantage. You're not athletically gifted. Because MJ, he had a 48-inch vertical, fucking inhuman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, Michael Jordan was naturally athletic.
LeBron's 6'10",
And
like
the energy
250
level.
pounds. You know what I'm saying?
They said Michael Jordan's energy level is like amazing.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't get tired.
Just like Dennis Rodman. His these guys can like party all night and play basketball like to the next hilt. And now that's what I love about podcasts, because now when you speak on a podcast like we've been doing all these years, after a while the microphone disappears and all you have is just a conversation.
Yeah.
And then you put a camera on there and it doesn't even matter. You don't have to hear me.
Yeah.
I think though, but I think like the saying, like I think it just kind of goes towards life too. You know what I mean? Like if you're like with a disadvantage, like it doesn't make you the best if you're just like gifted with it. Like people can be gifted, but if you don't work hard to earn it, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have the same effect. I think that's why the true gift, is in adversity itself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, anything that you try to do or try to accomplish.
I learned something from an interview that I think it was, if I remember, it was Stephen Curry, and the Warriors' style of having
What's a Red Bull? What's Red Bull?
The Warriors' style of having, like, say, it's just knowing your lane. Everyone has to know their position. What is your position? What does your position entail for you to do to have a as a corporate success?
The Warriors lost because they said your position is pass step the ball and just pass step the fucking ball. If you can't pass the ball, you're off this team.
Yeah.
I know, right? But you know what? If you think about their defense,
I'll be real. Like about Warriors, man, this offseason, like they got some serious thinking to do, man. They really got to think about who they pick up and who they take off. Like, can they get players that don't need Steph Curry on the court to be good? You know what I'm saying? Because what it looks like is all our offense and everything we do, it all just revolves around Steph Curry. If he's not on the court, then nobody plays good.
Yeah, I mean,
like
Jimmy Butler
it's
could have shit.
ridiculous. Here's the thing about Jimmy that nobody understood. That I was like, I've been saying. They're like, oh, but you got Jimmy. I'm like, bro, Jimmy's never taken a playoff team in the East, in the West, anywhere. He's only done his playoff runs are all in the East, which is a way easier conference than the West. Like,
how old's Steph? Like LeBron's turning
38,
40, right?
38.
He's 37. He's 32.
Yeah,
He's
and
turning
Steph-
38 next year.
Who plays longer, like LeBron or Steph still?
No,
Bron's-
if you look
Steph
at
will probably retire before Braun.
no, actually, yeah, because if you think about it, right? At LeBron's size, 6'9", 250,
Yeah.
and he's a machine, dude. Steph Curry he's small, 6'3", maybe two
Well, it's not just that.
210 to
I think
220.
we have another. I'll say we have another like maybe 1 to 2 seasons if we're
But
lucky
he
with
didn't he
Steph.
just say he was gonna retire?
He didn't say that.
I thought he did. On
No, he
then.
didn't.
Just being a small guy. I mean,
He said
Oh.
don't talk to me this summer,
Oh, okay.
but he didn't say he was gonna retire.
Oh, I thought
knowing
he
the
did.
game of basketball, which I believe I do somewhat, Steph Curry definitely he has more movements per game than LeBron James overall. Would you say, or vice versa, like actual player movement?
So here's the thing: Steph's play, he's not super physical. The only thing about lately is his play. They've been getting more physical with him. And the thing about today's game is Steph's not a flopper like LeBron. So he
No.
gets roughed up a lot more when he tries to drive or tries to do anything physical.
Yes,
The
like
thing, yeah.
I get the sense, like I don't watch a lot of Steph games, but the ones I have, or even clips, like it's the stuff you don't necessarily see watching the game, but like he has to work to get open harder.
Oh yeah,
Kind
because they
of.
all know how to guard him now.
And it's
Before,
just
it was
like his fucking guy. And
Yeah.
he might take it out, or get the ball and then pass it, run around the whole damn shit, shake back.
And that's why they built other players around him that
But
can
my,
also
but
shoot.
my opinion with Steph is like, here's the thing: if you put Steph at the 2, I think you add like another 4 or 5 years to his career. If you put him at a 2,
Then you got to come
because
up with
truthfully,
a.
like he just needs to get a way to get him open off the ball and get someone else to handle the ball and make the plays and possibly score when they need to score. Like, because truthfully, I feel like Steph, like in his older age and his play style, he can play longer if he just stands on the side, runs around and shoot. He's not
always
as
been-
physical as LeBron.
He's always been the point guard.
Do you think ego wise, like do you think LeBron could or would, or Steph, they could pull a Tom Brady, play to their 45, but they come
Bron's
off
probably
the
gonna
bench,
do that.
averaging 10, 12.
Bron's not gonna come off no bench, but he'll definitely play till he's 45, probably. Like,
We don't want to be a starter. You think you don't think Bron has to just man, I'm just going here, give him a little 10 and 5 after he's average because he doesn't want to fuck up his career average. Do you think they're
he
that
already
vain?
did? This was the first season ever that LeBron didn't average more than 25 points in a season.
Oh shit, I didn't know.
Yeah,
In 20 years?
Yep.
Oh shit.
It's the first time in 20 years that he
Oh,
hasn't averaged more
damn.
than 25 points in the season.
That's wild.
So LeBron he's getting old, man. It's father time catching up to him. But the thing about Steph is that like the reason why I think we have a couple more years with Steph, and maybe at most, is because of how this season ended. We got kicked out of playoffs because he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And because of like how he felt about that is the reason why I don't feel like he's gonna quit. Like just off.
That's why you're thinking that he should go into number 2.
I think you should switch him to a 2. I think if you can draft a point guard, get a point guard like a good, not like you don't need to get the highest just stock point guard, but a point guard that can truly do everything that you need him to do just to like get open.
Because really, a good a good number 2 is just a good spot shooter.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's I think Steph
Pat,
can be that.
and that's why Clay was so good because with Clay, he doesn't even have to dribble to shoot.
Yeah.
He just scat, and he always said it's just my footing. He says, I know when my footing get off the ground, boom, I know it's automatic is going in.
Especially in today's game. When they're the I didn't mean to stutter. But when the Celtics shot, what was it, 40? They missed 45 3-pointers.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I heard that correctly. And I asked
No.
somebody else. I said, wait, did I hear that? He said, yeah, I said they missed. That's why I don't like today's game.
But how many 3-pointers did they shoot, though?
I don't even know. For 70?
So I'm saying
75?
shooting.
I mean, half of 45 is 90, and I don't think they made 50%, bro. How many free throws did they shoot?
Oh yeah.
Did they jack up like over 100 3-pointers?
Yeah, you'll be lucky.
Yeah.
You'll be
That's one thing I will say is that Steph really did
3-point. I think over 3. I think if you can, if you have a 20, I think above 25%.
League shoots now these days, bro. Like they shoot so much now, and that's all because of Steph, bro.
Yeah,
Let's look
man.
this up.
Steph pulling up unconsciously and just doing it. That it's like
The shooting game
make
has
people
gotten
out
to
here,
the
yeah.
next level for real.
They're
The
realizing,
shooting game has gotten, and you know what? And I gotta be really thankful for the shooting game because it may not be as fun to watch, but it will also preserve a lot of the players. It's gonna preserve a lot of the players' body conditioning because everyone can shoot.
In the game to lose to New York, see.
Where's this NBA stat?
Because everyone can learn how to shoot, and it doesn't matter how tall you are, right? Shooting is all about timing.
Whatever.
And and then I think when that becomes, then you know what, I think by nature the game is gonna transcend into a big man game.
Yeah.
Because another thing too is you look at twos these days. There's no like required height for a two. The two and the one, they're basically the same person these days. You know what I'm saying? Any guard, you're a guard, you're a guard. It's not even between whether you're a shooting guard or a point guard. There's no tradition to either but just position anymore. You know, if you can shoot well, you know what I'm saying? You can shoot. You can be like a shooting guard. But if you can also dribble and make plays, you can also play point guard. You know, like that's why you got a lot of like 6'3" guards out here who are doing everything. You know what I mean? Like carrying teams. Like you look at players like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like that's why I kind of like the Knicks. I know they man, today's game I heard it was crazy, man. Like they came back. I know Indiana came back, but I like Brunson, man. He's 6'1". You know, he's carrying a team. He's carrying a team, and I found out that he's from New York. His dad played for the Knicks.
Yeah. His dad was he was a NBA. You know,
His dad played for the Knicks.
Yeah.
I have I love that. I'm starting to fall in love with the NBA again. Brunson's cool. I had a conspiracy about him because he kind of came out of nowhere and he was like an undrafted or unfree.
He wasn't undrafted. He
from
was,
Villanova.
No, he wasn't undrafted. He was a late. He was like either he was a late first round or like a second round pick. To the Mavericks. Okay. He got drafted the same year.
But then he didn't go to school.
But he got drafted by the Mavericks the same year as Luka.
Okay.
And Luka
got the max deal and the whole.
He got not the max deal, but he got a good. He got like a short. He got like a 2 year. Right? He got like a 1 year.
He went to Villanova.
He went to Villanova. They won. Yeah. They won the championship.
Yep.
The championship.
Him,
with Pascal.
I don't know about Pascal.
No, Pascal was with Villanova.
Oh, yeah.
The Vincenzo,
and then the other Nick who's on his team right now.
Barrett.
Or no, RJ Barrett. He played for Duke.
Barrett
played on Duke.
That's wild. I forgot about Brunson. I'm not gonna. Never mind. My conspiracy is bullshit. I'm just full of shit. Don't listen to me. Never mind. Brunson's a shit. Never mind.
Let's just tell you. Yeah, he came from.
How many?
He was drafted the same year as Luka.
How many did they take?
But then he got drafted to his home team.
Do we know yet? Hold on.
Man, I heard something about
Boston
Brunson's
Celtics.
wife, man.
What the fuck?
He had.
What game was that?
And that's love right there, man. I truly respect that one right there.
I don't know about none of that.
Where do I click, bro? You
pointers, just put Celtics versus Celtics versus Knicks game 7, was it? Or what game was it?
Yeah, no, Brunson's good.
I'd say Celtics versus Knicks game, yeah.
God damn it. Okay.
Game 6.
Game 1. Okay.
Game 6.
Let me read
that real fast.
Celtics, Knicks.
Also 20.
Game 1 box score.
Knicks chucking up threes. Run. Is that game 1?
Yeah.
Record label.
Game 1 box score.
There we go. That's what
game 1. What is this? Bro, I don't know, that just sounds crazy to me. What is this? 40, 45? What's the box? Lead changes 18. Box score doesn't just come up. God damn it, Ray. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to know how many damn if you missed 45 3-pointers and to make 50% is a hell of a thing. That's not likely. You know what I mean?
So
do they shoot 100?
Like 90 to 100 threes they shot.
God damn.
108, 105.
I can find it. Hold up. Let me see.
But that's an old game because
Oh, Jesus Christ. Game 1.
Celtics.
You gotta get all technical. 3-point FGA attempted. Jesus Christ. How technical do I gotta get? In the first game, okay, they attempted 63 pointers. And
63 pointers.
Okay, that ain't bad. Holy shit. Was that like 80?
And then he said they missed 45 or something like that?
Oh no, they missed. Sorry. So that's like, that's bad. I thought, if they made 45. Right.
That's what. I mean, it happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
And that means that, their marks were being, whoever the other team. That's what I love about basketball. Because it's like boxing, it's like fighting, it's like martial arts. It's basically it's your timing.
Yeah.
on how you defend someone, how you
So-
disrupt it.
15. Yeah, I mean 15 for 60.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 63s is still insane. I mean, if you're asking me, like, we should jack up me, you, Beanie, Dylan, like 63s at the rec center. But
Truthfully, for me, if I was really the coach, here's what I would say: keep shooting them threes.
No, fuck that. 63s and you only rate 15 of them motherfuckers. Like, fuck that shit.
Bro, quit.
I'm gonna tell you kick a higher percentage shot, you dumbass. Like, get the fuck out of here. You're like, you know what I'm saying? That or like you're pushing these threes. These are not open threes. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true,
You're forcing
too.
These threes.
Right, you're pushing
Because
them.
jeez,
There's a lot of these dudes. They all want to be fucking. I gotta be real. You want to be honest? To who credit to today's game? To who really made today's game? It was Steph Curry and James Harden, bro. Steph Curry with the shooting, and then James Harden with the step back moves, bro. James Harden made like pretty much the bag for almost like every single player these days. He created that entire bag. Like no one can argue that prime James Harden was someone to be talked about. Like he took that team to the playoffs every year. That garbage ass Houston team to the playoffs every year.
you stand on that? Do you stand on that?
I'll be honest, James Harden's up there. He's up there. I'll
That's
be
a
real.
truth bomb, ladies and
He's up
gentlemen.
there. You gotta see, the dude averaged like fucking damn near 60 points for a season. A season. He won MVP. When he won MVP,
No, that's true. And
he
then what
averaged
about
like 60
what
points.
about and then Westbrook averaging a triple double three seasons in a row?
Wow.
Like that's not even real.
Westbrook's tight too.
That's 2K shit, bro.
Yeah, that's
like
not even-
straight
yeah.
up.
Look at
Straight
Jokic
up.
right now. Jokic averaged a triple double like the last like 3 seasons out here. You know what I mean?
I'm such a hater. Look, I'm such a part racist. I swear to everything. When I do 2K and I do the dynasty mode, I swear to God, I always set Luka and Jokic and sometimes whoever some of the
Put all the white
Europeans.
boys. Put all the European white boys.
I put all their
all one
intangibles
team.
and their injuries 0. And 15 games in the season, out for 6 months. Good, get the fuck out of here. And I put Shy
Crazy.
and Ant-Man. I'm sorry, I put the brothers all the way. You know what I'm saying? Just take over. But yeah, I'm kind of starting to root for the white boy Cooper Flag.
Oh, he's gonna be the first round this year, supposedly. I mean, he's projected first round.
Okay, let's do some more basketball, and then I want to get a little more serious.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Because I feel Brother Ray.
I don't care.
We'll talk about
he's having a good time.
we'll kind of keep it kind of meddling since you're bringing up the
This is
Cooper
fun.
Flag
This is fun.
with the whole draft. Let's get a little political, like.
Yes.
What do you think about that whole thing with the Mavs
Okay.
getting the first pick
Okay.
with that
This
whole
one-
Cooper Flag thing? What do you
Okay.
think about the Mavs getting the first pick?
So this is honestly what I think, and I've said this before. Sports is scripted.
Oh, for sure.
It is
Sure,
scripted
for sure.
to some degree, not like rigged or whatever, but there is a couple of players that know the script. Right? Like there's a storyline for sure. So and so is gonna get injured, whether he's really fucking injured or he got paid off eight extra million plus an NDA to go away for 3 months before the season ends, take a 9-month vacation, rehab. But he's banging
Rehab.
bitches, doing whatever. We don't want to hear about it. Look, we got $1 billion around you. This is what goes on.
Yeah.
Like these guys, this is why free fucking Puffy, man. I'm serious, man. Enough of this bullshit. Let's talk about this too, dude. Look, I'm a freaky motherfucker, bro. We're all freak guys. And I don't want to go all the way into Puffy, but look, based on the actual what I've listened to and heard, is it really like a crime though to be sexual? Because dude, they're actually twisting this shit, bro. He's a billionaire motherfucker who ain't right, who definitely ain't right with the Lord. I'm more right with the goddamn, and there's actual reports coming out of like Diddy doing seances in the studio and this, okay? But anyway, I just want to say, like,
I think what's
All
happening.
these
This
motherfuckers
is just how they're writing the paragraph on this one is exactly that's how they're trying to script it for right now. They're starting, but I think it's a little deeper. I think it has to affect some way along the lines of it's gonna get deeper. That's just the beginning of it. Because you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Weinstein's gone, Epstein's gone, okay, and you got these people here, and what's going on here in the show business? And think about it, the media has changed right now.
Yeah.
It's more accessible. The media hasn't been so accessible and so free until today. Anyone can get on the camera and on the microphone
sitting right
and
here the whole time.
say
That's crazy.
whatever,
I'm tripping, bro.
whatever,
It's been
and
right here the
say
whole time.
whatever they want to say. The media's been doing that, and it's like it's crazy.
We're gonna get up in the business now, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on.
Keep freestyling that.
You know, it's crazy because that's just where it's going. And you know what? I see an opportunity for that, for us, for our show right now, especially for you, who's been doing this thing since the beginning. And I remember that, how this all started on, and this was an investment, and you stuck with it and everything. And yeah, there would be times where you fall, but you always came back to it. You always came back to it, you know, and I can understand that because now I understand like that's the same thing with me and working out. It's very therapeutic for me when I work out, and it gives me joy. It actually helps me release my endorphins and recreates my serotonin, my happy, you know, and it kind of like balances me.
You're just gonna have to hold it because
Yeah, that's cool.
But ladies and gentlemen, we got 3 mics. Hold on 1 second, bro. Yo, I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm organized. Because right, you used to tell me, yo, keep your shit organized. Oh, you're something. And I'm sitting here.
I did not say such
in the
thing.
past, you have. You've gotten on me. Ray has gotten. What the fuck? And yo, I was sitting here replaying that.
He doesn't play it like that. Like that's so severe.
I know it's really not that bad. But I need that shit. So thank you, bro.
Okay.
Because of that, I'm sitting here thinking, I know nobody stole my shit. I know. I said, I know it's close by. I look down. Well, of course, I tuck that shit right there. Of course, I keep it organized, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, I just get a little, you know, Tourette's or something. A little excited. No, man, I swear, like, you should be good to go. The switches, I don't know what the hell they mean. It should be on 0 at least or something.
Trying to test it. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
Bam. That's just like that.
He's organized.
Crispy.
We've been here 20 minutes. We've been here 20 minutes.
Oh, we got 3 microphones.
And
now we can turn
but I'm
on
also gonna add on. I'm gonna say
the
no.
background
Fuck
music.
yeah, bro. Nah.
And we can
I'm real. I understand what your point is though. Like, yeah, freaky, and I agree. Because
No, he's extra.
And it is, and I think that is wrong too in my own sense. But I will say that's not even why I want to say fuck that dude. I'm gonna say fuck that dude because I feel like he robbed us of so much good fucking music because of his fucking antics and the people that he fucking shut down, people who didn't get a chance because of his ass. Like you hear like stories about him and shit that he's done. It's just like, bruh, it's like it's fucking stupid. It's fucking ridiculous. Like he's in his way. Like he's kind of like the reason why like music today is almost at like a. Like I feel like there's like it's hit or miss today when you get music.
I think today,
hit or miss, and I'll be real, it's the same artists that we're still listening to. There's not a lot of young artists, especially in hip hop, that are like I will say that I'm tuning in to like listen to all the time. Like I want to hear the next shit. Like truthfully, we still look forward to like the artists who've been doing it for like over a decade now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we still want to listen to the next Kendrick album. We still want to listen to the next, Ye album. You want to listen to the next. Lil Baby album. You know what I'm saying? The rappers that have been doing it for like a while now, they still doing it. And it's just like, why is that? You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's because of people like Diddy that's been fucking up the industry for so long, you know? And even this shit he produced, bro, I'm just gonna go off right now, bro. Fuck that dude. This shit whack, bro. All that dude did is take other beats and just fucking take and remix it and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Ye did it too, but the way Ye does it is different. This dude just took every pop great beat that we've already heard and just put it into a rap beat. And then, you know what I'm saying? He's not Pete Diddy, he Pete Biter, bro. Like straight up, like, and then at least with the Ye, he took songs that we forgot.
I never
he took songs we didn't know.
He's not a real producer.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't no real producer, bro. He ain't shit.
He's not an orchestrator. He's more.
I bet he didn't even write his own raps either. I bet he's like he got ghostwriters and shit too, bro. That dude's not talented, bro. Like straight up. That's why I don't give a fuck what happens to him in jail.
Yeah. Okay. and that's cool. I like your reasoning because fuck P Diddy too. Fuck him.
I mean, I get what you're saying though. Like, it's not the freaky stuff. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I disagree because if you really did do that stuff to those girls, you know what I'm saying? It's fucked
Yeah.
up. That's a whole other case in itself. But I mean, like, for being a freak itself, okay. But the thing about it is, he's gay too, bro. Like, I'm not going. You know what I mean? I won't. Like, I like the freak stuff too.
Actually, you know what? Actually,
and it's not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but if you're gonna be gay, be open about it, bro. Don't like fucking use your gayness to like fucking hide and like be a fucking psychopath.
He should come out, bro. He would be like so dope, bro. He'd be so up if he just came out gay.
You know what?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Actually,
you know what I mean?
there's
I feel
three.
like he would. I really feel like he would probably like up this thing more, and then people would be like, "Yo, like supporting him." He's like probably like be able to make a new album and shit or whatever. Like,
I'm interested in the ones that testified against him. Okay, like think about it, right? They had Prince who pre-recorded something, and it showed up, and it's not just P Diddy, it's alongside of the one that's controlling the music right now. Like I said, Weinstein's gone, Epstein's gone,
Clive Davis.
Well, I mean,
Where's this guy? Come on.
Yeah, but Clive Davis, right? But he's old already, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? And the one that's controlling that, and so right now, and this is just what I'm saying, I think the gates are opening for new ones to come out there.
It is new.
That is gonna actually shock the world.
Well, and this is, so many segues, but like, look, man, seriously, like someone like you, Brother Ray, I know you personally, and I can only attest to what I've seen, right? And let's throw all of ourselves in there. Like, on the real shit, I mostly do it for shock value. Free R. Kelly too. Free SPM. I actually like SPM as an artist, but I don't give a fuck what their charges are. I really don't. If their music's dope, whatever. But I don't like Diddy's music. But it's more just like, haha. But let's say I watched whatever it's supposed to be Puffy's actual best friend from back on the block from 40 years came out, and he's he just like, yo, that's my man's, right? Let's say because not everything that we're hearing is fucking true. As much as I even want to believe it, dude, ain't enough, baby. I swear to God, ain't enough, baby. Come on, some of this stuff is just comical, and I have to. As much as we want to laugh at fucking Diddy, and I don't even like Diddy, do Tupac all day, Machiavelli all day, bro. There's a certain part of this I have to root for Diddy like any other black man, because there's no fucking way. At a certain point, I mean, it's literally satire. 9-year-olds, like my son knows about No Diddy. My grandma knows about No Diddy. Yeah, I'm sure your grandma knows about it. Like, it's just fucking, it's so overblown at this point that like man, the media, fuck the media, because the most of the stories and even the YouTube media, dude, I'd have so many bodies, like sex bodies, legit, like bitches wouldn't be saying nothing. If anything, okay, I got a small penis, I fucking came in for a minute, whatever, but I never took no pussy. And like, I could literally go sit down and be like, I didn't do none of that, bro. Like, straight up, I got some of this shit on film. This bitch wouldn't even let me fuck, but she let me lick the pussy for like 10 minutes, and then fucking whatever. We were in the hotel. I got like, there's so many variables that these guys are going through. Yo, Brother Ray was at the door banging because we had to go to a photo shoot. But I thought I was gonna fuck the model bitch. But then she's saying she raped me. I don't know, because then I just met Leon Cohen and Denzel at the fucking bar.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know.
I think I see your point though. No, you're right,
fucked.
because you really can't trust every single female's word. What makes it hard though is when they all come together and they all have the same story. That makes it a little bit tougher because they all come together. But I mean, because you look at what was happening to like the Tate brothers. I don't know if you hear about that story, but the whole story about their trafficking.
And they're still fighting their shit.
They're still fighting the shit. But the thing about it is, it's hard because there's not really any real evidence that they have of them trafficking anybody and girls being there against their will.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the evidence and I've watched podcasts and I've done the research, what I'm saying? Because I don't talk about stuff that I don't know. But if you look at the research, you see they don't have any actual stories. And So the words that they do have and the ones that they're trying to like poke, if you look at the way the interviews are set up and everything, it's all scripted. You know what I'm saying? It's all scripted stuff. It's all like word of mouth. It's nothing's labeled. But that's just kind of the world we live in today. I mean, another case that's not like that's not a an SA case, but I would say Tory Lanez. Look at Tory Lanez right now. You know, he just got stabbed 9 times in jail, bro, and it's crazy because like that dude shouldn't even be in jail, bro. He didn't fucking do shit. And I'll say that to this day. I look at the evidence on that one too, bro. That fucking bitch Megan, bro, she stepped on glass, bro. Ain't nobody shot her. Because here's the thing about that. I'll disprove that both like I'll disprove that in both evidence and like in like like biologically. You get shot in the foot. How are no bones broken? You know, there's not a single part of your foot that's not a bone. There's no fat in your foot.
Right.
Your foot's all bones. How do you get shot in the foot without breaking a single bone?
Who said this? I mean, who?
Because the whole reason, the way they're saying that, Tory shot at Megan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How do you get shot in the foot and you don't break any bones?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then on top of that too, and then you look at her depositions, you look at the case. She lied 3 times about 3 different things in all her depositions.
Well, and I heard as well, he bought his masters back from the label.
Yep.
Like so he's not controlled.
He's not controlled, and that's another thing with this happening right now. It's a crazy thing with all this happening right now.
As soon as
he did it, this happened. Look what happened. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I don't know.
It's crazy. It's
Ray,
crazy.
Ray can attest to that one.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I know.
Like, hold on, we're gonna get water. We gotta get water, bro.
Well, there has to be a master's protection because I think all of this problem right here is just the whole mismanagement of master contracts.
I think it's just labels on their way out. You know, I think everything in the future is everything's going to be done independently. I think because of platforms like this, how it is now, and then with the word going around just with big label, big corporations, it's not a big name. It's all about giving the little man more power. So truthfully, I think the future of entertainment and all that is going to be mostly based on just people we don't really know coming out of nowhere.
You know what? For me, like the whole basis of my platform, if your business by chance happens to boost because of my platform, whether I was there, what I said, or how I presented you, whatever it is, and because of you became popular because of my platform, man, that is a gift for me from you because that's exactly what I want to do. That's exactly what I want to do for people is for them to get the funding. I'll get mine. I'm not worried about that. I truly believe that if I'm doing something really good for people, like giving them a platform to express themselves, creatively, and to where it's like I'm able to help them market it and then sell it, and for them to get all the profit from that, and to really experience that and to understand, okay, so this is how it works. Got it. And get the machine going.
Exactly. And then going off of that, it's like, because you look at if you look at online, with the internet and everything going on, like there's so many ways to make money like on your own independently, and all it really comes down to is how much money do you have to put into yourself to make more money, and how much patience do you have to wait for that money to spread, and then how much how much time and how much discipline do you have to keep yourself in the mindset and keep yourself in the same activity without having the stress of going through it. But if you can get all that together, there's a lot of people who know how to make money. And once you make that money, then it all depends on what you want to invest in, what you want to do with it. You know what I'm saying? If you're somebody who wants to invest in, doing films, doing videos, doing something like that, then then with all that money, you have the ability to do that now. If you want to do what you want to do, invest in people who want to make other things happen.
Yeah, no, definitely. So invest under craft work, and because there's nothing like that feeling of that young person being able to make what they've always dreamt about come true. Like even that person that first on the first time stepping on that stage and singing to like maybe 500 people, that feeling, like I've never had that. I want to be able to be the first person that to basically to crack that shell to like, there you go. See, it's not that bad, right? Now share the world what you're gifted with,
Yeah.
and with
They gonna
that,
get your ass, boy.
I kind of like this beat.
Oh yeah. That's all I need.
Oh, are we at that
I said
moment?
that's all I need.
Are we at that moment?
We always at the
of
moment.
freestyling.
Hear the beat get going.
Ah,
I said we always at the moment.
at the moment,
You hear the beat get going.
get going.
We just sitting here on a Thursday night. I ain't drinking no beer, but I did pull up 3 cheers, and we do a little cheers like this.
Run around.
Keep it going.
Going.
It's a vibe. We smoking. Yeah, I got a cigar plus the pre-roll, and you know we ain't far from the damn car. I was just sitting here like, man, I seen a few people. I seen a couple, like three viewers there, and then I think they see me start to get going, and they said, oh shit. One of them said, man, I ain't listening to this motherfucking freestyle one more time. The other one said, oh shit, I gotta go roll up a pre-roll. Oh shit.
That's okay.
We got,
over here, Harrison drinking again. There's something the actors you never know is gonna happen. Okay,
never know.
One moment to the next. It's so spontaneous and ridiculous.
But that's what I call durability. What you talking about?
Entertainment.
Motherfucking light still working. I'll put it to my head like a beatbox.
Oh.
Let's go. Live on the show. I just uploaded the video when I was up on the chair and I slipped and fell. And I remember saying, yeah, we were recording and I fell, busting my ass. But it wasn't on video, but
sitting in the chair.
And that's what happens, I mean, realistically, I don't even need the goddamn light. Fuck the light, I got no light. I'll put it live here.
Sitting in the chair.
You know what I'm saying?
And then motherfucker fell.
Fuck that goddamn.
Man sitting in the chair. Then motherfucker fell.
Dylan, welcome to the Hider Pub.
Hider.
We just sit here harmonize.
Hider.
Me and Brother Ray ain't done this in a minute.
Hider.
But I guarantee we gonna finish. I had Subway with some spinach.
Hider.
Is you a fighter? Is you a fighter? Or is you a writer? Is you a not? Do you pull all-nighters? We just getting warmed up. I swear to God, I've been freestyling hard the last 2 weeks, man. But now that my brother's up in the building, I got some Red Bull, and my children are sleeping in the bed full of teddy bears. I said, they're sleeping with the bed full of teddy bears. And yes, they ain't scared of the dark. Here we go. Harry too scared. He's gonna spark. Oh shit, I get started, then I freestyle flow. On a Wednesday night, I'm still coming tomorrow. Incognito, like a tarantula. Tonight I just learned about Kevin Durantula. I'm in the kitchen cooking with a spatula. I don't really give a damn. Yeah, I take a nap, bruh. Almost 38, still pushing some weight in the gym. Not much is right, but gubba rum. I prefer gin. Here we go. Yes, I hit the button and it goes. Damn, I spilled another bottle, but I hit my car full throttle. A new clutch in tomorrow, And then I'm smashing the Tahoe. Yeah, I don't own a Tahoe. I like buckets. And I say, fuck it when they fire me. I drink some Red Bull, smoke some meth, and get wired, G. Oh my God, did I admit that? Yes, I'm a prodigy, like Prodigy. He didn't get another day to say what he wanted to say. Illuminati, hey. Watching me. Over my body, they're going to be stopping me. I got my angel on my right. Here we go. Once again, it's freestyle flowing all night. Call up any rapper. I guarantee they won't pick up the phone because they're just some actors.
And we got to end it with that one right there. That was tight. I love that. I love it when you zone out, bro. I love it when you zone out. Every single time you zone out like that, yes, you also inspire me.
I know you got a lot to say, Ray. Let it loose.
I don't really know. I really like the show. I'm just listening, taking to absorb Now my son's over here. He's got the mic in front of him. He can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk to whatever it is. You're here to express yourself. I'm never stopping you because you know what? Because you're creative too. Like everyone else in this house, we're going through it. Speaking your mind, Harris, into it. Oh,
And I won't. Yes, you know. Okay. You know, I like it.
yeah.
Let's feel it. It's all about the
Oh.
energy. Is this the one we just listened
Okay.
to, though?
Here we go.
Is this the one we just heard? I don't know.
I really think I felt like this. Okay, all right. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna say it anyways.
I like the
You know what?
bouncy
I think
stuff.
you better like that one right now because I'm feeling kind of.
I like the bouncy stuff.
Yes, the bounce. Yes, I'm feeling it. Like I'm walking down the street and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling funky. I'm feeling it. My feet is dancing. My
And if
body's
you got
moving.
anything, I
my
mean, this
breath
is an open mic. You got
I'm
the
going,
thing right
I'm
there.
going.
Don't
Then
be
next
shy.
thing
I know
you
you're
know, I
sitting in the
shake my
chair.
hand.
It's okay. Me
Rub
and
my
your
body
pops, we got hella
like that.
clips. Because we don't
Shake
give a
my
shit.
left to right. I don't care if I write or
You don't even
rhyme.
have to rap. You
Because
can
everything that we do,
you know
whatever
what I mean?
I'm trying to feel right now, because I'm feeling it right
Feeling all
now.
right. Here we go. Okay, hold
I'm
on.
vibing now.
Let's switch. Let's got some shit. Let's go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Shout out to Epidemic Sounds.
Epidemic Sounds.
It's just little
What
little
is
shit,
good? What is good? What is good
but I
tonight?
just go with what they got. You know, got the
Epidemic Sounds.
Hip hop beats, hip hop, just little shit.
You know what? This is when you gotta really just open your mind. This is what we need. This is a release. You know what I'm saying? We're verbal people. Oh, well, feels like it. What you feel like?
You know.
Nah.
Yeah.
Wait, nah. All right. I don't mind a little corniness because we could always build something on that one.
You know what?
You know what? Oh. You know what we didn't talk about? A culture here in Reno. We need a culture.
What's a culture? And the way you know, this is kind of like a rocky kind of. It's gonna be harder if you give up.
Here in Reno, we need
bitch, don't get that tummy tuck. You know, I like you with them stretch marks, bitch.
Reno needs a culture.
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 Okay, I got this one. Okay, on my intro, here we go. Reno needs a culture besides getting divorced and bruh. Reno needs a culture besides sitting up in court, bruh. Besides wearing your hat back, bruh, with the hoodie and some sweats to match. They need a little fat shit instead of driving in the Acura and sitting there talking about way back then. Little bit behind the game, you know it's in. People come from Vegas and LA. They say Reno is a little bit too late. But it's because it's small town mentality, worker minded, getting fired and you can't find another job, another 9 to 5, rolling and steadily staying behind while the motherfuckers moving here. And you falling behind, a local trying to press rewind, even your local bar. It closed down last week up in Sparks. And you go to there again and they're like, oh, Carlin quit last night. You're like, damn. And you a little bit too loud. You ain't even had much to drink, but they say, sir, calm down. That's the type of environment that gets a motherfucker like you and me both bent and mad as shit. I said, wait. I'm the motherfucker that's a little turned up. I have 4 shots. He ain't drinking nothing. He just passionate. Well, sir, they say come back tomorrow then. That's why you need a coach. That's what needs a coach. You know, like let people be. I got some friends that are sober and do not drink, but they loud as fuck and will stay up till next week, partying and hanging around all over the place. But they're not going to be slobbering and falling on their face. You know what I mean? Like life of the party, then they want to get hardy and started. And then people get annoyed and, a culture.
Flowing it.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
What comes to mind?
We got a lot of another pre-roll up in this bitch.
I'm pimping down the road. Pimping down the road.
Oh,
Pimping down the road.
Oh shit.
Pimping down the road. I'm pimping. Pimping, I'm walking. Stepping left to right.
Right.
Driving that crazy right. On that crazy flight. Never mind what's going on. What's going on in my mind? Mouth walk left to right.
Right.
Went to live tonight.
Left to right. I said I'm pimping. Left
Step,
to right.
step.
I said I'm limping. Left to right. It's a
Step. Thursday.
And I got my hair did today. I feeling like a major way. And I got some things to say. I can't wait till Harris pull up on the fucking pub so I could be like, what's up? Hey man, can I get in tonight? You said I could come through last week. What's up? I say, man, you got money for the dough? Cause this lady's free. I don't want you, bro. Too many sausages, not enough freaks. This ain't a freak off, but this is like this week. I don't know. We just like titties and ass. And after that, if they want to fucking shit on some glass, I don't know. I'm probably gonna let them, but I'm gonna kick their ass out. That's some freaky shit without a damn doubt. But I didn't tell her to take a dookie on the coffee table. I didn't tell her to stick a fucking ass up her staple or staple up her ass or any of that shit. She started tweaking out. Yeah, I hit that shit one time, but I was feeling all fine. I hit the shower, I drank some milk, and did another line. But then I went to a kid's function or a church function. Now I don't know nothing. I'm just a brother trying to damn live. My brother got a company. Do you give a shit? He pay taxes, pay rent, and pay all of it. But he don't still get no goddamn forgiveness, a POP, or none of that. You still want him to pay hella tax. We having a barbecue in the HOA, and you say, oh, you got to keep it down by 10, man. I'm like, fuck you! I pay $300 a month! Shut the fuck up!
Got that out your chest, huh? Got that out your chest. There we go. There we go. All right.
That's what we do at the pub, ladies. You know, just I don't mean to yell and converse.
There you go.
I don't mean to yell and converse.
You don't have to stay. Just walk away.
Oh, I like it.
And you come back when you feel like coming back.
like-
Come through this way. Hey, hey. You don't have to walk away.
You don't have to walk away. Ooh.
You don't have to walk away.
You don't have to walk away.
Come walk with me.
Well, not in me.
Come walk with me. Hold my hand. We both will trip to Wonderland. You don't have to walk away.
You don't have to walk, man.
You just have to stay.
You just have to talk to me.
Intertwine the fingers. Driving them for
I want to do a fucking Diddy Bop. I swear to God.
What to do. That's what I like to do.
That's what
You don't
do.
have to walk away.
You just have to talk to me.
All you got to do
Got
is
to
talk
do.
to me. We'll walk and talk.
Just a
Walk and talk. I'll twirl you around. Now do the sauce. Don't have to walk away. You'll have fun with me today. We're gonna play like kids, just like that. We're smiling and laughing every day, like two beautiful flowers
That's like some
growing
50
in
shit.
rough,
Like,
rough land. But you and I together will walk hand in hand.
you know it's Lloyd Banks, baby. I be chilling in the Mercedes. Here we go again. You know I like my little shady. It's the OK coming straight from the NY. I'm just gonna G unit until the day I die. I got Banks on my side, so it's 50. Here we go again. I'm rolling Ella Sticky with the Dito. Here we go again. I'm playing Keno in the Reno casinos, eating fucking Cheetos on my fingers, bitch.
Oh, you don't have to walk away.
Oh, hey. I had to turn to Lloyd Banks for a minute. Yo, man, we make fucking magic every time we come through.
Spontaneously, baby.
I got some keys.
Spontaneously. That's what happens when two creatives come together, you know, with no shame or whatsoever, you know. We just come together and we just share the night. And no matter what's going, we're both unemployed right now. That's okay.
Let's
It's
go.
a freeing of the mind. Because one thing I learned is that, what is that little sandwich? Ooh,
Cheese
that's
and
it.
wonder.
It's been
Okay.
sitting
I
up
really- let's get
there.
into this shit.
That
Oh!
sandwich looks crusty
Can we?
in everything.
I know we're
that
going with
we-
the flow. Can we talk about coming home after a long day, even though we're not working right now? Coming home after a long day and a woman just catering to you.
Oh.
Just, baby,
Oh.
it's perfect. She made you the sandwich. She gave you a blow-job. She ran you the bathwater shower. And it's just magical. But then it all turned to shit somehow. I don't know.
Okay, let's roll with that. Are we gonna go roll with this rhythm though?
This rhythm to the next.
Okay, the next one. Okay, let's see.
This rhythm to the next.
Oh, okay.
Baby, it was all good. You know what I mean? I don't know how my J. Cole flow, whatever it is, what I'm saying? Yeah, I come home from work late. I'm at the studio. She cooking me a hot plate. I feel it like Pac. I'm pushing weight. Then my boy come over. I know him since 88 on the grapevine. We was sitting there smoking twine, reminiscing about playing flag football tackle in the street, age of 9.
Baby, I'm here. Finally on time.
On time.
I didn't work on overtime because I want to be with you tonight. Baby, I'm here. I didn't do overtime.
All the time.
I'm finally here. Want you take my time.
Sit down, take my time, unbraid my hair, pour me up a glass of wine. Motherfucking iron up my khakis. Put my Chuck
Check it
Taylors by the
out.
door.
Make sure the
Fire out my
shower's
gun.
running well.
Put me about 4.
We'll
Bullets
fill
in
the
chamber.
tub.
If I
Then
got
put
anger,
bubbles afterwards.
That's
I'll
right.
lather you up.
Cali
I'll
lifestyle.
rub your back.
Yeah. Palm
I'll
trees,
rub your
smiles.
thighs.
I'm rubbing on
I'll
your
rub
thighs.
your calf.
I'm rubbing on
I'll
your
massage
thighs.
your
Yeah.
toes.
Oh, don't ever talk about them toes.
In between them two.
Summertime, you know how
You
it
feel
goes.
so good.
Oh, so good.
Oh.
I'm from the soup. Woo!
I'll
Oh,
massage
shit.
your calf.
I ain't trying to
Make
get shot
you
up like
loosen
motherfucking
up.
Jody and Baby Boy.
And then you'll feel so good. You'll
Uh.
feel so relaxed. Then you say, babe,
Hey, girl.
baby, you got a nice strong hand.
Since you going to sleep and shit,
And that's why you like it.
You don't
'cause
mind
I
if I
like
take your
these
call.
nice, big, manly hands. I'll rub you down. You'll feel the callus
When I get
on
back,
my fingers.
I'm going to go for round 2.
Because your man works, and I'm rough
I'm going to bring
on
you a
my
milkshake,
hands.
too.
But you know
You know I
that
got you a
I take care
cheeseburger, girl.
of
You know I got you a
business, and I'm
cheeseburger.
gentle. Not only that, oh,
And it's simple.
I'll paint your toes after we take.
Damn! Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sexual chocolate. Oh,
Up in the pub. You know how we do, man. If you're listening to this live or the pre-recorded or the after show, this is how we do, man. You never know what you're gonna get. In between episode 133, 134, off the cuff, baby. Let's go. I just wanna lay in you. I just wanna drive to Pyramid Lake with you. The top back, hair blowing in the wind and a fast side.
man.
In the San Marino breeze. Yeah, it's a little off key.
I'll call your name. I'll call you. You don't like that? I got a nickname for you. And then I'll let you know I don't like to text it. But I'll do it anyway because I don't know what I'm talking about. You're the one I think of. You're the one I dream of. You
Ooh.
You're the one that's always on my
mind.
You're the one that's always on my mind.
Okay,
Always on my mind. I think
I
of
like
you.
it. I like it. Let's rough it up a little bit, man. You
Here
know,
we go. Okay, I can feel. I don't know, man. I feel romantic right now. That's why I'm talking about romantic. Okay.
Now give me a hot kiss on my lips. I'm feeling romantical.
Romancito, 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 romancito. And it feels good.
School days back in school, I was going hard. I was looking like a damn fool. Said Dylan on the block. He ain't never been. He ain't never walking boy. Yeah, boy, looking like he got shot. What? Nah. Dylan going with the locks. Got the head going, flowing. Yeah, you know he keep on going. I gotta go. Yeah, it's me, Dylan Ski on the beat. Yeah, you know I be going. Yeah, I go when I see. And I see a girl and I'm out here. Yeah, you know. And I ski. Dylan Ski. Always see it. Yeah, you know. And I've been doing it. Yeah. I ain't got no trip. Every time I trip, yeah, your boy got a dip. Yeah, your girl hit me spit and I lick her pussy lips. Cause you know that I do it and you know I got that drip. Yeah, yo, Dylan, stay just killing. He is a villain. Yeah, you know he got me Dylan now, yo.
Romancito, romancito,
Hey,
romancito,
yo.
romancito. Woo! DJ Who Cares?
You were knocking on that. You were throwing knocks on that one, son.
Dylan from the block, Dylan from the block. I remember him when I was on the Monte, feeling hot, feeling myself. I was 18, cup up on the shelf, still coming through, hella clean. Now I'm 38, still pushing weight. No, not like that. I'm pushing weight, I'm pushing fat. Dad bod status, here we go again. I'm just the baddest. At least I think so. In my mind, getting my business cards printed up from Kinko's. You know me, still the young man, chilling with Ray G. He is 58 and he's still feeling great and he's in good shape. Here we go again. We gotta take this shit back here for the calling. No more drinking alcohol and late night, still balling. Here we go. I'm standing tall on my toes, but I'll never fall. Every time, every fall, I get a little behind, but I'm not trying to retrogress. Let's progress to the next step. Here we go. Romancito, romancito, romancito. What you want? Oh shit. We brought fucking Dito out of the shell with that one, goddamn
Wow, I love it.
Oh shit.
I was like mesmerized. I couldn't follow that one up. I was mesmerized.
I don't know. I feel like some 03 like
enlightened,
kind of like
and everything.
every
surprising.
time we come through, you know that we want to.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
That's exactly the vibe that I'm feeling.
Every time we come through, you know that we want to. With
Get
the
it.
slump hard, I had to hook something like the slump hard and the blind dog crew coming through.
Who?
Hey, every time we come through, you know what we gon' do. Everyone down with the split. I've been going through. I've been doing what I gotta do. What I'm gonna
Let's
do.
roll
Got
up.
your boy spitting on the block. Yeah, he gone through. Yeah, you know that I'm kicking like it's kung fu. Yeah, I got yo wop.
What
You
the-
know what you doing? Jikundo. Yeah, I'm doing Wing Chun just for fun. Yeah, I'm doing. Yeah, I got it. Honey wings at my Bing. I gotta do it. I go on Bing. I can go. I can search. I got every little thing that you need. Yeah, you do it. Yeah, you see. Dylan Ski. Yeah, he fresh. Yeah, he bill it. Yeah, he deal it. Yeah, he do it. Yeah, he doing
Pow.
what he flowing. Where he going? Nah. Yeah, I got rhymes. Yeah, I do it because I spit. Yeah, you know it's legit. Yeah, your boy. Yeah.
DJ Who Cares?
Hi.
We the best.
Music.
I just came from the Diddy party. We the best. Cannon.
Music.
Yeah, I'm on the private jet. Here we go
Huh.
again. And I'm sweating that sweat. Here we go from the Miami. Here we go, Jet. Yeah, I'm just yelling like that. What you know,
I
Dad?
put the door in.
Go.
Oh, I'm coming
go,
in.
go.
You can't
This is
stop
what
me.
they
I'm
do at
moving
Roll
on.
Loud. Yo, go.
Kicking this shit
go.
in.
I'm
Let
getting
the doors out,
300,000.
get the
Yo.
hinges out. I'm coming through.
yo,
like a king.
yo. I'll be
Let
the
it rain.
dopest hype man. I swear to God, bro. Pay me 10 bands. Yeah. I swear to God. Yo, this shit hype.
Hey,
Yeah.
you ever watch that Key
I
Appeal
s-
skit? The Key Appeal skit where he's just in the back. He's just in the background the whole time. Just,
Yeah.
He's like,
I
what are you
swear to
doing?
God.
What are you doing? The overhyped hype man.
I
He's
swear to
just in the
God.
background screaming the whole time. That's exactly what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, the overly hype
That
man.
fucking Key feels good. He's in a rap battle and he's just fucking over there screaming, running around.
A lot of these shows, man. That's why I respect Tech Nine dearly. You know, and Chris Calico. It's like, oh, actually, let's. Well, why we digress? One second. Let me just say this. I don't know if I told you, but the last time I went to go see Tech at GSR, I've seen Tech probably 40 times or something.
Yeah.
Super Strange Music fan.
Mm-hmm.
Calico's no longer with Strange Music. He's under his own label, Earhouse Music.
Mm.
He had to switch venues the day of his show when he came because not enough tickets sold.
Oh, okay.
But this motherfucker could easily canceled or something. But he's so dope. And Tech would probably, I don't know if he'd still do the same. He's too big. But like the VIPs, like you paid $100 for the meet and greet. The venue's so small, and it was still like 60 people, 100 people, maybe.
Wow, that's not a lot of people.
No,
that's not.
But loyal as fuck. And then say 25 of them paid VIP.
Right.
The $120.
Right.
Everybody got VIP. Like this motherfucker just pulled up in the front like you do, walk like, yo, what's good? Yo, Cali. They give him the rundown.
Right.
He's like, yo, I'll be, chops it up with the people, does sound check. He's like, this it? He's like, just let everybody in. Like he just lets everybody in.
Mm-hmm.
And we kicked it with Cali.
Yeah.
He's just doing the show. But anyway, Tech, he's 54 years old. But he was lip syncing like 70% of his rhymes.
Wow.
And as an artist, as a dissector of this hip hopness, I was looking at him, and I'm literally, it was like I'm watching Tech, the corporate, like he's Aaron Yates, but Tech 9 is a commodity. He is literally bought. He you got to go up for 45 minutes. He's done this shit for 30
job. He's a job.
He's done this shit for it just finally clicked.
Right.
Even more so than it has before. I'm looking at him and I'm like, first of all, he doesn't belong here. I'm in a chair. I really can't jump and get hyped to his music if I wanted to. But then I'm watching him and I'm like, how do I describe my pain? And I'm looking at him and you can tell if an artist is lip syncing or not. And I'm just like, but the newer fans, they don't know. They're so into it. And I'm looking at myself. I said, that was 20 years ago, 2005. I went to my first Tech show with Bone Thugs and here in Reno. And you were like 4 or 2 or some shit in Demonte Ranch. And I think you were at that show too.
And that was, with Jay James.
And so anyway, I love Tech. I'll still like support him, but like I'm not like paying to go see him like this anymore. I just can't. I can't. Unless it's like a super intimate venue and he does like a different venue. I will not pay him to like GSR or none of that shit again. It just wasn't worth it.
On one end, I can kind of understand when it comes to music why it can kind of be kind of hard, especially when it comes to artists, because the thing about it is like to be able to consistently come out with something that's gonna slap, that's gonna get that everyone's gonna slap, and you can't make it like the last one because then everyone's like, oh, you're just making the same thing, and then there's already the critics that you're gonna hate no matter what, and then it's just like you sound the same, and then you selling out to some kind of sound. That's kind of why, like, I give like artists like Ye props because it's like he doesn't have a single album that sounds like the last one. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you just gotta give credit to that kind of genius, the ability to be brave enough to go out there and to get out of your comfort zone and do things that that people may not favor, but the ability to take that chance.
How many albums does he have?
Yeah, I would say like maybe not 8 or 9.
8 albums. Oh, really?
9,
so he's been going on for like
10, maybe even 10 or 11.
10. Really? Wow. He's been in the business that long.
He's been doing it for so long. That's why you can ask anybody what their favorite album is. Based on their answer, you can already know a lot about their personality.
You know what? It's amazing because there are just some people like good example, Prince, that are just created to just create that kind of music. They can
Prince
change.
Is just a 100% musician.
Yeah, 100%.
He can perform too, but honestly, his performance is not as great as just the music that comes out of him. Like,
no,
just what he creates is just so good, and that's what I think Prince has. He may not have the stage presence, but his ability to produce and
A lot of people like his the way he plays the instrument and whatnot.
So I'm saying his producing.
But
is
his
like,
producing and
is what
I
really
think
makes
as
him
far
pop,
as as far as this, I think he's a threat, a double threat.
for sure.
I can't say triple, but you know who can be a triple threat is Michael Jackson
Yeah, Michael Jackson is for sure.
because Michael Jackson can act, he can sing, he
You know who
can.
else is a great producer that I don't think anybody talks about, but touched a lot of the music. I'm talking in all genres that we listen to, probably throughout I would say from the 2000s all the way up to today. That's
Mhm.
touched everything that nobody talks about. Trent Reznor. Trent Reznor, he's an amazing producer. If you actually look at his discography and like things that he's done and like things that he's touched and worked on, he's produced a lot of albums for a lot of people. And if you look at even like in movies and stuff, he's produced a lot of like a lot of the playlists for films and stuff.
Right.
It's just he's a truly talented musician, and I think that nowadays those are going to be the people that I think that the world's going to start to cater around rather than just these icon figures. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like nowadays people are going to be more called out for their uniqueness and their quality rather than just like
I
their
think
name
there's
or
gonna
their
be.
look.
I think it's gonna be like more in the music where it's more. I think the music industry is gonna get better after this whole thing gets
I
with the
think so
whole.
too. Yeah, I think so too. I think with the way that the labels are kind of crumbling in a
Yeah,
sense
it's
in
like
their own
they're
way.
imploding.
Yeah, they're in their own way. They're kind of imploding. There hasn't been like a solid like, and then this has nothing to do with it, but it kind of does have a lot to do with it. There hasn't been a solid like halftime show that we can remember and be like, oh, that was memorable, that was amazing. The last time I've just been like very gimmicky, and I'm not saying that because I love the artists that have performed in them, but I'm just
Right.
saying the shows themselves, nothing has been memorable. The last
Mm.
memorable halftime show I'll probably say was like Bruno's or somebody who like did something really special.
Hell nah. The Janet Jackson
Janet
titty,
Jackson titty pop will be, you know what I'm saying?
2001,
We
Jake,
need something like that
Justin
again.
Timberlake.
That's what I'm saying. We need someone to pop a titty again. You know what I mean? Like we're
And,
all about body positivity and shit. You know what I mean? Bitches all about positivity and shit. They don't be judging shit. Pop out titties. Pop out two this time, motherfucker.
Did Britney Spears kiss Madonna at the Super Bowl, or was that another show?
I think that was the MTV. The
That was
MTV
MTV
Music
show?
Awards. Yeah, that was the MTV. But the
That-
Super Bowl was different. But
the-
titty pop.
The pasty fucking heard around the world. Fucking pasty. Nowadays, that wouldn't be shit. You got to show like a straight box, butthole.
Yeah, we need a beaver shop, bro.
Yeah, straight
Yeah,
butthole.
let's get some bitches show her. Yeah, we'll do
Nick-
it after show. When bitch shows her beaver, then we'll know for sure that it's like
Nicki Minaj, fucking butthole and monkey
boom,
upskirt from the back. I just,
skirt from the back. That camera wasn't supposed to be there.
oh,
How are they gonna explain that one?
it was supposed to be there.
It was supposed to be there. All right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, it was supposed to be there.
We got a nice, we got a Keith, nice sticky here. Dito just pulled out some,
I gotta re up
Some greens.
tomorrow, but I figured I'd come through, provide a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
well, thank you, motherfucker, because I only got one pre-roll for the morning, goddammit, so.
For sure.
So, what do you think so far of this whole pubcast?
Think it's cool. I think I'm chilling.
Yeah, it's,
chilling. I'm vibing.
no, sometimes engagement, sometimes not. No, it's a little late over here, but we do got some listeners. We've had a few
Oh,
listeners
good.
and almost 700 subscribers. Guys, if you are listening, the last couple weeks have had some good engagement though.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you have.
Shout out to Hannah from Twitch, a new little Twitch subscriber. She kept me business for like, or kept me busy for like 2 hours the other night.
Right.
That's what's up.
Listening to shit. And Stephen J. I don't know. Yeah, I had a couple new subscribers and shit. Either way, man, come through on the Wednesday. I'm gonna still go live tomorrow. Fuck, I don't know. It's just like let's try to stay consistent. But man, shit, bro. So yeah, man, lost my job again, bro. We have a history of this.
I did too.
Whether it's getting straight fired or terminated or whatever they want to call it, or quitting because you're just unhappy with the position, or mostly happiness and like that getting fired to me is a blessing. in disguise, but it's usually not. It's not even in disguise anymore. It's a blessing in your face. Like, okay, cool. That's why I don't even fight it. I'm like, shit. But it's for me, this town is hard to like operate in, work in a little bit, just because of my vices and stuff. But um, it has got me thinking like I told my son I quit because I was honestly a little bit too ashamed to just be like, yeah, dad got fired again, son. Because I already feel like not enough in a lot of regards. And so I was like, yeah, dad quit. Dad quit. I'm not going to work tonight. He's like, for real? I'm like, yeah. But I did tell him, I was like, I said I had it's a disagreement with management, you know. But anyway, that's little shit, you know, just because it's like, it is what it is. But it's like, yeah, son, this is potentially your fucking fate too, your future. Like,
I just have a feeling that, there's just some people in this world, and it's no one's fault. It's just the way the universe is structured. There's just some people here that, and the one that's probably has a regular job may not be able to understand this, but there's some people that no matter what, at a job, they just don't fit in, and they're not bad people. I'm not a bad person. Always went to work on time. Always, in fact, asking for overtime. That means that I'm willing to work, be more productive for the company. Isn't that what they want?
yep.
And
Yeah.
yet, I still lost my job. Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
They said something about my behavior. Behavior what? I got along with everyone.
That's crazy.
And
I was gonna say, speaking as a son who's had a father who, throughout my life, has always been kind of job to job, I can say to kids, it really doesn't matter whether you quit your job, got fired from your job, or whether you're working or not working. Because for kids, one thing I'm always gonna remember is the time spent.
Yeah.
The time that was spent with me, that my dad used to spend with me, whether than what he was working, whether he wasn't working.
Motherfucking
You know,
time, bro.
It's
Yeah.
the time that he spent and the time, and then what he gave me in that time that he spent with me, In that time that my dad was, when looking for a job and stuff, what he was doing with us, he was teaching me about God, he was teaching me about, about the sport, teaching me about music, always doing some activity, what I'm saying, dancing, what I mean? Doing something, what I'm saying? Like keeping me busy, giving me hobbies that I like to this day, till I still like to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the more important part rather than what you do for work or what you're providing. Because don't get me wrong, it is important to provide for your family. Of course, being a man is always important and it always have its place.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, what's really going to stick with the son and what's really going to grow him to be, somebody, who's still going to have his memories, it's going to be the good memories. Because at the end of the day, you could tell me my dad was this, my dad was that, but at the end of the day, he can't tell me he was a bad dad or that he wasn't there for me.
Yeah.
He was in my life and he was very active and he taught me a lot,
And that's good to hear because, like, that's one thing I always say is just like,
thank you.
my son can say I'm a lot of things, but like, and I gotta be there till he's 18. Even if my relationship isn't perfect or I'm not the one for whatever, we love each other and we fucking roll with it for the kids. But I always say, like, at least he'll never be able to say I wasn't there though.
Not present is not one of those things.
Now, I could have been, and I'm not like, and I asked the kids this too. I said, like, have you guys ever like seen me like drunk or or have you ever like been in fear or anything because of like say like my drinking or weed smoking? And they both were like no. I'm like no, be fucking honest. Like, have you ever, they're like no. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, just as long as like, and it could be whatever, but that's how I measure it too. Like, you guys are never felt unsafe because.
Well, you know what? That's actually interesting. Now that my son, 25 years old, was my and mom's behavior changed when we were stoned? Because we were stoned raising you guys.
Not for the worst. I mean, it didn't make it didn't make it bad. I mean, we didn't really notice as kids growing up. You don't really notice when somebody's stoned.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Mainly,
if you're drunk, it's way more noticeable because
right.
your attitude changes and everything.
Wow.
But stoned as a kid, you don't really notice that. Like, that's not something that ever really like
just
bothered us.
Pull in a little bit, just pull the chair in a little bit.
Oh, wasn't something that really bothered us though. Like in truth, I mean, I think it was like I said, it was more so just like it was just being present and being there. And I will say that there was like a lot of you know like uncertainties and whatnot.
Mhm.
But I mean, it just takes time growing up. Because
Right.
that being said, like I feel like today's day and age, especially with social media, and not even just social media, but school, kids at school,
Yeah.
all you hear about parents and all anyone has to say about parents is all negativity. Whether it's on their phone, whether it's from another kid's mouth, so initially in their mind, kids are geared to want to fit in with other kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how they are until they get to the point where they don't want to be anymore.
Yeah.
And it just depends on how soon that hits them. But because of that,
Come on,
they start.
close. Just like because the screen's kind of.
for sure.
Yeah,
But because of that, I would say like
Please.
I would say because of that, it gives kids like a reason to try to look for their parents' faults and their parents' mishaps. And I think on one end too, like it should be a sign for parents to try to notice what their mishap is because I know it's impossible to be perfect, but I also think like if you can explain to your kids like why they're feeling that way or why they have those things, because we've been at it too. You know what I'm saying? It gets to that point where you just start looking for reasons to to just rebel and not want to be there, and it's because it's the way that the world gears it. You know what I'm saying? It's not cool to be cool with your parents these days.
Would you say
It's
like
crazy?
being a weed smoker now and smoking with your pops? Would you say like objectively or whatever, looking back, if like if they hadn't smoked weed, do you think is there
Fuck no.
is there a possibility there would have been different, whether more productive, less productive? Do you think they would have been more like angry, yelling at you motherfuckers because they weren't smoking, or do you think like nah, that they were smoking, that they were chill, cool, or like I don't know. Is there?
In my opinion, I think it has the pros and cons. I think the cons would be they definitely wouldn't be more chill about a lot of different things. They probably would be on point with certain things, but as unstable as things were, it was not equivalent to as unhappy as we were in that moment. Like, yeah, when everything was due and the bills were due and shit hit the fan, yeah, of course we're unhappy. But before that, you know what I'm saying? Everything in between. It's not unhappy. Yeah, it's not stable. Yeah, it's unstable, but it's not unhappy. Now, granted, we had it stable. They didn't smoke, and yeah, we were stable, and yeah, we had it. We may have been stable, but I highly doubt that we would have been happy. Just in a sense of like the natural auras between like how what we were living like out there between my mom's family and just my dad alone. I want to say my mom and my dad because I'll be honest, before we moved or anything, there wasn't really too bad between them. But I'll say more so my mom's family and between my mom's family and my dad, it's really just such a negative energy that I would say that's really what like kind of scrambled it and made it unhappy, even in our sense of what we had, which wasn't much.
Do you think like marijuana, the link between your mother and father, did that keep them together? Did that
Definitely.
Okay. You think so?
When my dad figured out he liked to get high, I think it definitely made my dad like my mom more, and that made them closer together too. Because I mean, even in my experience, man, like I've had girls who try to make me quit. I've had girls who were cool with it, didn't do it, and I've had girls who like smoke weed too. And I'll be real, like nothing's more enjoyable than being able to blow down a blunt with your bitch, bro. Like that's like one of the most enjoyable things is just to spark it up, and she's just down to just smoke it there with you, like.
No, one of the positive
chill.
one of the positive things about it is that because it just depends, like your mom and your mom and me are temperament, right?
Y'all are the same exact person.
And
so hard.
So the herb helped ease,
exactly,
and made the communication a little easier.
So when you guys really talk things out is when you guys are outside smoking weed.
Yeah,
I'm
really
good. Talked out and move things forward.
Yeah. So,
but it's like it's just it's just different dynamics for different people. I think, because for me, at the end of the day, the reason why like I can talk about soap and the reason why it doesn't bother me is because I don't regret a motherfucking thing. Like I look at my life, whether the ups and the downs, it all made me who I am today. And I think who I am today is somebody who's driven and somebody who's geared to like win, and my dad seen it. I was doing it back in Hawaii a little bit, but out here, like being new out here and being with the mindset I have and living the lifestyle that I have too, being out here, it's wearing off on other people. Like my dad's seen it. He's seen people literally call me, talk to me, literally be like, "Is Dylan there? Oh shit, Dylan's there, bro. I just want to tell you, bro. I fucking love you, bro. Like, man, you're like." And I just met them, like when I like a few couple months ago. You know what I'm saying? These are people who are saying like I touched their lives, and it's just like like, and that's just the vibe that I've been. That's why I don't regret anything that happened to me in my life, because everything that happened to me made me that person who I am now, that people say that they love. You know what I mean?
It's interesting. This guy has it too. You have it. I have it. That aura, he's got it.
I'm more. I should embrace it. I don't.
No one hates you.
I don't but like I'm more like I accept it, but I'm like, cool, bro. When I could use it, I think about like, yo, like, if I was more accepting of the love, even or something, or like what
makes it kind of good from someone who can really open up like myself. I am so transparent, dude. Really, I got nothing to fucking hide.
We've said everything on this podcast,
and I have nothing to be ashamed of.
I think what it is, what makes it interesting is, for me, what it is I think that every single human being, they all have a love that they want to give, and not just like, and I'm just talking like the one kind of love, like the love you give to your girl, you know what I'm saying, or love you give to your man's, but like I'm talking like a love that you want to just genuinely spread to anyone you see. Everybody has it, but they're so hesitant on who they want to give it to because they're so distrusting and so on guard about who they're talking to, who they're presenting themselves to. And I've been told that I have a very discarding appearance. You know what I'm saying? As in, like, when people see me, they just let their guard down. And it's happened when I used to knock on door to door. I've been told, like, I mean, like, everybody, like, no matter who I knock, I barely get any rude people. And even when people are rude, they look at me and they tone it down as soon as they see my face.
I think it's your eyes, son.
It might be that.
I think it's your eyes.
What that makes you think is that I think what I can do, I think what makes my ability so special, or what I can do, is that I can take all the love that people want to give, especially like not just you but to each other, and I have ability of making the room about everybody and spreading the love through each person and like making each person,
that's why I'm
really
as a bartender,
just like you too. You got those humble eyes. You got humble eyes.
I'm more. I would say I'm more introvert than extrovert. If we have to put a title on it, right? Like I'm more like just chilling, but I'm never rude. Like,
would you say
if you talk to me, or or even just if I come up,
are you an alpha, a sigma, or a beta?
I mean, if we're gonna put it in these terms, based on what I've been watching on YouTube, I want to be a sigma.
I'm a sigma
because a sigma is the best of both worlds.
I'm a sigma,
but like I don't even know.
I'm a sigma.
Yeah. I don't really like those kind of.
I'm a sigma. Yeah. And because I thought all this time I was an alpha, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Because I really like being alone.
Yeah.
I do. I really like the more alone I am, I'm like, you know what? My most favorite is being alone.
Right.
No sound.
Well, yes. But
just what's in my head.
No matter how alpha you are, there's still a more alpha, and there's a more alpha than what
yeah.
There's always like a bigger guy, a stronger guy, or a fucking whatever, faster, leaner.
Sure.
So it's like, so then when you get away from just the bravado, because I'm never the loudest guy in the room.
No.
Never, which is actually a very good benefit.
Yeah, I'm not either.
But let's say I was the strongest guy in the room. Just sheer strength. I fucking deadlift 500, whatever the fuck. I'm just strong, right? It doesn't mean I have to be loud. I'll still be like this. Hey man, how you doing, brother? Chilling. Like I'm not, because my strength is like, it makes me happy, or I know, but it's not like I'm gonna be rude. Hey, little man, get out of the way. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm still gonna just be. I would feel like I'm still gonna be me. But if say like the hurricane's coming, the little nerdy guy, he might be like an engineer. This motherfucker knows how to bolt wood or some shit, right? To keep the water from running in. That's alpha type shit, right? But when we think of it in the social aspect, but the big strong guy who's loud, he's gonna be shaking when the water coming in. But this little nerdy guy, he know how to swim.
Right.
He got a truck. This fucking guy with his Charger, and his gym shoes
Right.
or his sandals or whatever the fuck. I don't know. So there's even in the alpha debate. Oh, he might look like a beta, but he could be alpha. Like
You never know who's gonna lock in when it's needed the most.
It's just
the person that's gonna lock in when it's needed the most.
But
you never know.
I guess the true Sigma, the true alpha
I'm a
Sigma guy, he has respect no matter what, because he's not out to prove I'm the toughest. Or I shot. Yeah, I did prison time, but you don't need to know it. I kicked 6 guys out. I got jumped by 6 guys too, but you don't need to know it. I'm a black belt, but I should not have to show you. So like that's some alpha shit. I don't know. That's my perspective. I think of things
you have to keep a lot of things very sacred and secretive.
Yeah.
And one of those things is your ability, and and that's why you have to control your anger and your temper. But it's good to know that anyways. It's good to control your anger at all times anyways.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
I've not really had an anger problem. I could have one, right? Like
yeah.
It takes me a long time, but when I get pissed, I probably black out, or I cry. I'm the kind of. I used to welt up when I was a kid, like tear up and shit. I used to be like the little fucking chubby kid.
You still do that today?
I don't know. I haven't been that mad in so long.
Right.
I mean, I'm not gonna be like, but no, like
I'd be crying in church,
but I would.
But my crying in church is different. It's like with
music.
In music, whenever I sing like a hymnal, right?
It hits you.
It hits me, bro. That's why I know me and music has something connected.
You cannot help that, bro. I do too the same. Like in like Life Surge, I knew I knew I was gonna tear up that day just because of the thing, right? Now, but I also know my brain is thinking too. These motherfuckers know the studies. Like they know when they're gonna go to break. Like the actual programmer, they play off the people's emotions. So they put the speaker out there. Oh, he's going to hit him there, and then like I see the fat fuck. Did you see the fat fuck, the pianist that came out there,
I know,
the big black guy?
Yeah.
And then like he start slowly, and then like as soon as and then as an artist, I'm watching the breakdown, I'm watching the people behind the scenes. Okay, this motherfucker,
like a church.
Yeah, and then he tells his story, and then boom, and they switch up. And then like
but like a service.
Yeah, but it's also a science to that. And a
but it was smooth transition though. You gotta admit that. It was smooth transition.
I don't want to say witchery in this event, but just like in programming, there's a certain magic.
But let me ask you this though. What did you when you came out of that one right there? Did you feel somewhat better?
No, I absolutely yeah.
Exactly.
No, of course.
Because I sure did feel a lot better when I came out of that one.
Yeah. No, and then
yeah, like you know what I really got interested in is that they like okay, so just knowing when to sell and when to buy. When it came to stocks, and they got it down to a science. And those guys, I'm learning the whole art to becoming wealthy. Not just rich, wealthy. Some way, somehow, I just feel like I got this.
What you got, brother?
I got this. Rich is coming.
Why don't you put it down on the track? Spit it like a fact.
Oh, I got this money coming.
Let him know.
I got this money coming. Oh,
yeah.
You get that check in the mail.
I got this money coming, baby.
All right. Money make all the problems go away.
I
they
got
say
this
more.
money coming.
What about what about cheaper to keeper? Do you have any experience with this cheaper to keeper?
I don't even got no one to keep nobody right now. I'm not even there yet.
What about you, Dito? Cheaper to keeper? You got a little obnoxious ass girlfriend running around. She want to go to goddamn Chili's and shit. Spend $80, $100 every week, $400 a month. But then you think about it, and she probably gonna cause your life more misery trying to get the bitch out.
But you know
You
what?
might as well take her to Chili's. Keep that.
Sometimes it's that feeling of a woman next to you. When you like just like that nice little body next to yours, that little nice warm shapely body, and you kind of miss that.
Yes.
And maybe after I have that, then I'm like, okay, I'm good. You know?
Yeah.
See, for you, you have access to it at any time.
Yes, I do, but I do. I stand on this square, bro. No man wants to be faithful, bro. I love my girl, but you gotta be fucking batshit crazy, erectile dysfunction, no libido to think that I don't ever want to suck, fuck, lick, stick, sniff another pussy in my life.
Facts.
It's fucking
Facts.
retarded.
We're meant to spread our
And
seed far
the
and wide.
fact that I would even live up, that's why I put my expectations low, and I pretty much, I'm a cheater, I'm an asshole, and I get sometimes, what? Just because, I mean, I am. Like, push comes to shove, I'll probably give in to my temptation. It's that bad. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I really don't. I really fucking don't. And to go a step further, Ray, I do believe, and my brother Trey called me and we kind of dissected this, and I did some of my own research. I also listened to Brother Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory. Good old
And-
Richard Dick Gregory.
And yes, R.I.P. Dick Gregory. I believe that there is something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the state, okay? That's my hang up. Dakota Janine versus the state of Utah and Nevada, right?
Right.
Marriage certificate.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. But to be married under, say, God's covenant, right?
Mhm.
Or under the word of God,
Mm-hmm.
and possibly there being a seal
Mm-hmm.
of protection when you're actually, because say when they say out of wedlock, right? Like I'd technically be like, we're out of sin, or like, we're just not living how God would want you to live in the pristine whatever things. If you're just like, even if you're lifelong, hey, we're committed. And I don't know, but I could see the benefits of like, hey, even my brother was telling me, he's like, bro, like certain things, like he believes like he don't even get presented with shit, like, because I called him up telling him about a story. I said, bro, I don't know how to get myself into this shit, bro. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And he's just like, yeah, it's cool, bro. He's like, I don't know, ever since I've been married, like, I don't, he's like, being a Christian is like certain things, like, don't even, like, I feel like I'm protected, it's still a fight, it's still a temptation, but like, he don't get the crazy kind of interactions, or like he doesn't feel like he gets looked at, but even by other women, because he's protected. Right. Because God, no, he's a taken man.
Right.
And here I am, like out here, kind of like, oh, and the way I talk, I get presented with fucking bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sit here and expect my woman to like, oh, you're gonna, and so I'm open to this. I would, and so anyway, I'd be more open to like just getting married like under God. Like, can I just get married under God and not the fucking state? I don't, half my shit.
I got a genuine question.
Yes.
But what do he look like now after he got married? Do he look the same before he got married?
Mm.
Do he look the same as before he got married?
No, like honestly, he looks good and healthy. His wife cleaned him up, but no, he's going through his stages. He had a mustache. He looked like a black, he's a little darker than me, but he had a stash. I think he was on the part. Like I was like, bro, you look like a black, like Hitler kind of guy.
Because
pot belly.
I was gonna say I hate to be the bearer of negativity.
Yeah.
And I believe in God, but I'm just gonna be real. It might not be God protecting you. It might be that extra 50-pound gut you got hanging that's protecting you.
I mean, hey, well, that too, it to a certain extent, because people do get comfortable,
That's what I'm saying. And it's like And there's nothing wrong with it because at the same time, I think that at a certain point, if 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 it gets to a point where it's like other women just don't entice you like that because you're just kind of bored of it and you've kind of just
Well, I mean, if
like,
you also don't
you know
feel
what I
very
mean?
attractive about
That's
yourself
what I'm
as
saying.
well.
And then you don't feel very attracted about yourself as well. It's like, why not just kind of like sink into that like comfortability, which, I can agree with, like, yeah, you got it good, it's a beautiful thing, and and it's wealth in its own way. You know what I'm
But
saying? And
at
it
the same
continues to show that
time,
happiness.
we're creatures of attraction, right?
Especially if you're somebody who doesn't want like other girls looking at like other girls looking at you
Right,
because
like
you're married.
like,
Like
like
that's a whole nother story. I'm just saying though, you know what I mean? Like the
Right.
reality is though, it's like, you let go of yourself, you get comfortable. That's the reason why girls aren't looking at you.
Well-
You want it that way, that's cool. But the only thing about that is it gets to a certain point where you never know if your girl's gonna get bored of that.
Well,
you know what I'm
like-
saying? That's the only thing about that. It's like that's the only thing that you're playing ball with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Well, like he's like a skinny guy anyway. He's never like like I'm way heavier or whatever than even him.
is he as tall as you?
No.
I mean, it could be different levels, whatever it may be. It's the fact of like
But-
you don't feel as attractive as you were before you got married. And it's like if that's the case,
Well,
then
no,
it's
he's
like,
a cocky motherfucker, but in a different way. He's actually trying to be. He tries to be faithful. That's why
that's what's up.
he like
Yeah, I get that.
He
I get
like-
that.
he's really in fear of cheating because he is married under God, and he tells me that he's like, bro, if like he tells me too, he's like, I can't. He used to judge me where I used to get in arguments. And he's like, bro, I can't. And he apologized, but he's like, he apologized, and he's like, bro, I can't even really technically judge you. He's like, I don't know. He's like, you're not technically married, so like, it's whatever. But you didn't. He's like, hey, if you guys got married, even now or whatever, and you kept like whatever, he's like that. Maybe it's different. I don't know. I like to just look at that even at my own self. I don't know. I don't ever really want to get married though. I just don't.
It's just, especially in our state, marriage these days, there's just too much of a risk for men as opposed to marrying a woman. Because it might be all fine and dandy and you may be doing great and all, but there's the possibility that when it comes to the marriage, like, and it doesn't work out, like, when it comes to, like, divorce, the women win majority of everything when it comes to divorce, no matter how you spin it or whatever. Women are always going to win. So that's why for men, especially in America, marriage is just kind of a losing cause no matter how you spin it. So
that's
it's
why.
truthfully smarter to just be married under God, you know what I'm saying? And just be like, yeah,
that's
we're
why.
married under
That's
God,
why
like,
it's always good to have a trust,
yeah, or that too.
because when you have that, all of the stuff that you have under your trust, she can't touch any of
No,
that,
exactly.
right?
So you never know, it's like, yeah. So it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's like It's
It'll
just-
be a bit. It'll be very ideal.
me personally, I don't see a point in marriage. I tell girls off the bat, like, you know what I mean, like when they do want to get serious, I let them know off the bat, like, I don't want to be monogamous. You know what I mean, like, I will talk to other girls. Especially if I'm not into you like that. Like,
Mhm.
especially, yeah, you know what I mean. If I am into you like that, then yeah, I can chill. But if I'm not into you like that, because I don't find you that attractive, but I still am down to fuck you, like, I'll let you know that. Like, I think you're attractive enough to smash. I don't think you're attractive. I don't think we should be a couple though.
Yeah, no, it doesn't need to be.
I was like, I let them know off the bat, and if they're cool with it, they're cool with it.
Yeah.
If not, at least I was honest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't knock me for being honest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I let them know off the bat. I was like, look,
You have to, because in these days, like, they're trying to make basically.
they can be mad off at anything. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Fuck their
they're-
shit up. Exactly.
There's that certain whatever they're trying to make it a law. It's called rape by not passion. Rape by
Persuasion.
is it persuasion
Doesn't
or
make any sense.
like rape by, but basically like
it's like
being
having-
romantic, gaming up a chick, taking her out, this holding all the sexy shit. That you heard
So
about
basically,
this?
it's saying after you smash, you have to commit to it after. That's all it's basically saying. Like, oh yeah, after you smash, you can't leave them. You can't leave them hanging after that because then they can count it as rape. Like, bro, like that's what I mean. Like, it's so stupid. Like they just it's just too much. Like they give too much everything, every little thing now. Like they can't take accountability for shit, and the world like fucking caters to it, and that's what's like so annoying about like with like the world with like the females and like how men and females like the difference right now. And tear between it. And it's just crazy because we're at a point now where it's like it's a losing battle for any male. You know what I'm saying? Like they want the world to really like be ran by females, and it's just
Yeah.
Did you know in the Bible? Did you know in the Bible it did say it prophesied that in the ending of times, a lot of people are going to detest marriages.
Yep.
And it's happening right now.
Yeah.
I'm getting my passport soon, bro. I'm gonna find my wife in probably somewhere in Asia. I'm being real. They have good. They're pretty. They're loyal. They clean. They still have.
As long as you do it player like, just don't be one of those guys who like the U.S. guy. You go get your Asian wife and like you bring her over here and like
Nah.
Like
I'm gonna have her here, but I'm still gonna like she's gonna be cool with me fucking other girls because she's like
just like
I flew her out. I got her to the States.
But like make her like really you gotta be over there for like 3-4
She needs to really be an asset.
Don't just
I was
pay
telling my dad this. I was like because my ex kind of like she was very talkative like on my level 2 with the talking, and it was cool and all. But I was like at the end of the day like. Nah, like I want to be able to talk to my boys about like the intelligent and like the hard conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather have a girl who's just like kind of quiet and just kind of there, but it's like whenever I need anything, just kind of like, help me out. You know what I'm saying? Submissive as fuck.
You're gonna go to Asia and come back with one of those AI sex robots. I know.
Maybe on the inside, but on the outside, you wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I'll get the new ones.
Programmer ass.
I'll get the new ones. I'll program and everything. I'll get one of the newer ones. That's what I'm saying. I'll get the newest update.
Got the AI pussy. Got the AI pussy. AI pussy. Got the AI pussy. Little mosquito, get out of here. Yo. I was searching the web just yesterday. Pornhub X videos like, hey, typed in some shit I didn't want to say. Opened up a browser and said, hey, hopefully the feds don't see this. No underage, no penis. Just some weird bitches getting squeamish. It's a robot, but I seen it. But it got hard on my penis. Couldn't help it, but I seen this. AI shit, and I mean this. Couldn't tell the difference in my penis. It still got hard. Still wanted to spit. Still wanted to jack my dick. Couldn't tell. It was AI pussy in a hotel. I don't know, somewhere in Dubai. And I said, I gotta close this shit out. And now I keep getting ads. And I feel so bad. And I'm kind of a little scared. Because I didn't want to go there. Will they get a knock at my door saying, oh, you got some porn? Nah, it wasn't me. I swear to God. Opened up a tab. That's the shit we living in. Be careful if you're sinning. That's why it's best to quit porn. They say it fucks up your brain more. And it opens up little demons and attached to you in your penis. Can't stop thinking about the lust. Jerk my dick, create a fuss. I could go lift weights and do a lot of things, but I sit home, play games, jerk my dick, and want to write rap, smoke weed, then jerk off and do some other shit, That's real shit.
Jerking off, beating my dick.
It's bad, bro. Seriously, man.
No, actually, you know what? It's really not good, and
I can't help it, dude. It's
I had my
it.
prostate issue, man.
I think
because of that.
So like
I'm talking about experience.
Because it is bad.
It is.
But I'm gonna say there's like pedigrees to it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because the thing about it is, here's the thing. We all know that that you lose testosterone every time you do jack off.
Yeah.
You lose testosterone. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that too. But here's the thing about the testosterone thing. That's like you don't lose like hella. It's like the least amount that you can lose. I heard, but you still lose it.
Yeah.
But aside from that, watching porn, when you look at who owns the porn companies, when I found out who owns the porn companies, it really opened my mind. Do you know who really owns the porn, those porn sites?
I mean, I would assume at the end of the day, Vanguard and fucking BlackRock, like the rest of them.
Big Farm.
Oh, that's why Adderall.
Those antidepressant pills.
Antidepressant
pills. What does jacking off do? It makes you lose testosterone. What does that cause? It causes you to not have no game. It causes it hard for you to get bitches. What does that
Well,
cause?
yeah.
It causes you to get
Erectile
depressed.
dysfunction.
Depressed. Yeah, erectile dysfunction. Now, I'm not saying like it happens for you, because like I said, it doesn't make
Right,
you lose
it
that much
can.
testosterone. Because the thing about it is, you're 6'2", you know what I'm saying? Like, and you still have,
Well-
and you're not like overly fat or anything like that. So it's like you pull. Now that's a different cause because you pull is different. But for guys who just sit at home and jack off all day, you know what I'm saying, play
Yeah.
video games, jack off, don't interact with girls, because you still interact with girls is different. But for guys who don't
Yeah.
interact with girls, you gotta understand it's just losing testosterone, just giving money to these big farm companies. You know what I'm saying? And that's really where all the money goes at the end of the day.
I mean, yeah, and I know about Big Farm because I've been on porn binges because with my methamphetamine use and Adderall. Oh, dude, take some Adderalls. Don't do this,
I
kids.
don't know.
And fucking, you'll watch porn for like 24 hours. Anyway,
Wow.
No, I'm undiagnosed ADHD, so I know exactly what you mean with
Yeah.
Adderall.
but even let's just say this, right? Like, I can fornicate, whatever, say twice, like ejaculate with my girl, whatever. Like, 40 minutes later, my shit get hard. I'm there has been no waiver in my libido as far as like my fucking circulation is tip top.
It shouldn't be.
I mean, I get massive boners throughout the fucking day. Literally,
That's
I think
good.
I'm at 3 ejaculations like today, or like within 24 hours, or whatever. Twice, and then last night. Like, I don't know. So, and then when I eat, every time I eat, I get a boner. Like towards the end of my food, I get like a little chub. Before you get up to pay the bill, food excites me. And then sometimes just like not even thinking about shit. And it's just
People
weird,
are just
man. I don't
sexual
know.
beings. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't necessarily think that it's necessarily like it's wrong or bad. Because have you ever watched the movie Don Juan? Not the Johnny Depp one, but like the newer one with like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He's basically like a regular, like a middle, like a dude who's like his 20s, kind of like around
Yeah.
my age. He has a pretty good life, you know what I'm saying? He makes money. He has his own place. He has a crib. He doesn't have no problem of pulling bitches and all that. Like he hangs out with boys, pull bitches. But it's like he has an addiction to porn. And what's crazy is because Scarlett Johansson's in it, and she plays like the super fine ass character, and like he scores her, and they start dating, and it's like supposedly like this is the baddest bitch you can get, and yet the sex is still not like he
It's not
still
that.
watches the porn afterwards because at the end of the day, like as men, our lust and our sexual needs, it really can't be fulfilled by one girl. You know what I'm saying? We're meant to go spread our seed far and wide. You know what I'm saying? Like we're meant to go out there. Our curiosity is what kills us when it comes to sex. You know what I'm saying? We want to have multiple girls, and whether you're a guy who does or doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, in our biological genes, at the end of the day, like, it's what our ability is to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can have sex with 9 different
Actually,
girls.
you
get
know
9
what?
different girls pregnant. Girl couldn't have sex with
So-
9 different guys and have 9 different
so
babies.
let's
That's
say-
just not how that's just not how we're biologically geared. So that's what I mean. Like, it's not wrong, but because I think the ending of the movie, the message was dumb as shit. But I think the whole movie itself, the idea of it was really unique and really like had a good point because it's like, what is it that we enjoy really at the core of it? Is it the sex? Is it what we get from the sex? Is it what we get when people
How about
know
this?
we're the ones having the sex? What is the thrill
How
from?
about this? What would you say if you can afford it and everything is okay? Like, can you have like 3 or 4 wives? And if there is, like each wife, how would you explain? How would you have each wife describe each wife?
I shit you not, bro. It wouldn't even be wives. It would literally be like a business. Like,
Talk about a harem.
like I would be up on like some, because look, this is the thing, bro. Forget the stories we heard about Diddy. The actual case, like the sex trafficking, the racketeering, that covers a lot of the racketeering. But like he's not on. There's no drugs. There's no drugs in his case. There's no underage kids. It's literally about
By
him paying
consent,
for
adult
sex
consent.
workers.
Adult
Whether he's a
consent.
cuckold, he likes to sit there and watch his chick get smashed. Cool.
Right.
Like that's whatever. I don't.
Mhm.
I wouldn't want to do that. But like I've been in those scenarios. Not my
I
girl.
think in this particular case, this is just the beginning of what they're digging up on him.
Yeah, that's scary because there's so much already. Oh my god.
Because check this
But-
out. Today, going back to the conversation we had earlier, Prince had testified on the recorded, they played it, and then Cat Williams also presented, and then they had 50 Cent also testify.
Oh, 50 Cent hate Diddy ass. You know he says
Yeah.
some fucking.
But what they're
vile ass shit
saying
about Diddy,
is that
you know.
because of Diddy, where the music is going is not in a good direction.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, fucking lock Diddy up, bro. Like, I mean, not because like, yeah, the sex stuff is the what you should lock him up for if he did that stuff to those girls, but
Yeah.
it's no, just him himself. Fuck that dude. That dude he ain't do nothing for music. You know what I'm saying? He got some artists known, but he fucking, you know what I'm saying? He himself didn't do shit for music. Who he brought did shit for music, but
Yeah.
he himself didn't do
But
shit.
you know, it's funny
He's
what
fucking, bro.
Terrence Howard said something so profound. He says, once you've been in his world, it's like you shook hands with the devil. You come out not the same anymore.
Exactly.
Because he took your manliness away from
Power.
you.
It's the power that he, you know.
Like,
what I'm saying?
wow.
It's the kind of leverage that he puts over
It,
people.
that's see, to me, that's the one that he should be punished for.
You find out what the whole thing with Justin Bieber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
because that is some devil evil shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
But to answer your original question, it wouldn't even be wives. Okay, I would have literally scheduled sex with. If I could have the money,
okay. Can we explain each wife how they would look like?
So
to you?
I mean, you call them wives. No, I would, whether they're workers, girls I just meet. Like, yo, I know at least for sure 2 girls from my past that if I was got that bag, I know even if they're married, it's the Harry too scared bitch. I mean, whatever. I'll cash app you. Like, I'll do the Shannon Sharp shit. I'll cash app you 40,000. Whatever the fuck. Like, I would. Bitch, like, make up a story. Your mom's dying. Like, I'm flying you out, type shit, right?
Right.
I would have girls on, and I don't give a fuck payroll or whether they just like me, and they get shit because I have it like that. But like, I would just do my normal thing, man. I got my kid, my son time. Maybe my baby mom always gonna be number one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's still gonna be the queen, and she's
the main bee.
Yeah. But like, I would do a podcast, say 9 to, like, if my life was like Rogan shit, right? I just did hobbies,
right?
And I got all the money, bro. Like, literally, I'd be like, whatever, like, yo, man, I got a cool podcast wrap up 1 a.m. Maybe I got something scheduled 2:30 to 3:30 with Diamond. She's a little little dark skin, dicky, boom, and then who knows, 4 days, or if I'm gonna be in Baltimore, I'm gonna call Becky and Kim up from Fort Lauderdale, and who they slept with Tiger, whoever. They sleep with Tiger every time he comes. Yeah. Not that I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Or if I pulled the chick from the hotel, right?
I kind of see what you're saying. Like,
it would just be structured.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Like, for me, I couldn't do 5 wives.
Like, once I'm done, I'm done.
Because 5 wives, it's like those are 5 women that you're like marrying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doing the whole
major
thing
ties.
You know what I'm saying? Major ties. Yeah. It's like I gotta have 1 wife, 1 woman, my rock, 1 woman to hold down, have my kids, have all that with, and the rest are just like soldiers. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, those are my soldiers.
And even if those are my
soldiers, like, you know what I mean? Like, they understand. They have the understanding. They know that they're not the main. Yeah. You know, and at the same time, they don't want it, because at the same time, they got those girls with the mentality where they want to be able to be their own people, and it's like, cool, be your own person, and
not not just that, man, bro. And I've already had certain situations where, like, you got the chick that she just sucked dick. Like, if you got it like that, I literally just like, yo, I want this chick to come through and just like, I'm tired, I'm gonna lay back, eat food, smoke a blunt. Literally, I want my dick sucked for like till I fall asleep.
And all she wants like a box from Crumble or some shit.
I'm gonna tell my security, like, bro,
and it's like, she good.
Like, don't let her fall. If I fall asleep, because I popped the Xan too, like, literally get just like, even if my dick, whatever, just like throw a fucking blanket over me, bro, and then wake me up at 10 a.m. I don't know. I'm just going over, like, you don't have to just fuck.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't come from every time I fuck anyway. And that's a whole
No.
nother.
No, like I
thing.
have like no, like
It's
I'd have a,
Yeah.
I have like I have my wife. You know what I'm saying? Who's
Yeah.
my rock when I'm at home.
Maybe
you
I
know
just
what I'm
want to give a
saying?
woman a massage.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I want to be
exactly.
sensual.
Things like that. Like I'm a
Yeah.
wife. I have my wife for that.
I just want
And then
to.
I have another girl who's like my assistant. She handles my business shit. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like she handles all my meetings for the day, my schedule,
Mhm.
my things like that. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah.
cool. She only like she do what she need to do once a day with me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then I have another girl that I cut up because I'm hungry this
Yeah.
time. Right now I'm hungry. I go to her. She cooked me up some good ass food because I know she could throw it down. So she could make me some food.
But I always
You know what
want to
I'm
be. The women are gonna know they're safe. Like say like one of the chicks that I've known. She knew me before I got the fame and money. Like
Exactly.
she knows she could just come over without no makeup,
Yep.
fall asleep in her bra and panties, and like
Exactly.
I'm never gonna touch her. Or I,
Yep.
you know, I could just give her a massage. And you know, what I mean, there's like I think being a playboy like that, you have to, because then like if shit's genuine, like you still might have allegations, but they're not gonna really like. Did he like that? I mean, he's done some shit. These guys have done some shit.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, exactly.
But I wouldn't have no like, oh, he locked me in the bitch. You came through, got like, and just like I'm talking on the podcast, I'm like, I gave you a massage. Like I tried to rub the booty a little bit, and you would, hey, what, you know what I mean? That's how I'd answer it. I'll just be like, that's what I did. She's saying I fucking raped her. Are you fucking kidding me? I said security was outside the door. Dylan was downstairs, but Ray had the room next door. You know, but he fucking had a seminar in the morning, so he was sleeping. Like, you know, I'm not a. But yeah, I would just have it structured, like seriously. And I'm weird. I mean, sometimes I'm a little bit. You know, we all get in our little bitch modes. Sometimes I want to cuddle and just, but 300 days out of the year, I'm just like,
I'm being king.
literally. That's why masturbation is the best, because, oh my god, I can do it myself like a minute, right? Seriously, like 2 minutes. But if you like in an engagement, whatever it needs to be. That's what I've at least developed. Is like we could do the hour session. If I got 8 minutes, I could bust a quickie. So, but the jerking off is like it's boom, done. Sometimes I've jerked off. You don't even know that I just jerked off. I swear to God, but I didn't go take a piss. Sometimes I already got my jerk off in my head. When I go places, I fucking go there, I jerk off, and don't even make a sound. Like my belt buckle doesn't even rattle.
Jerker.
I swear to God, I'm a silent jerk assassin. I'll be jerking off in your bed. You won't even know.
Would you rather live your life in post nut clarity or pre nut delusion? What would you do?
Nut.
You got a choice.
Goddamn.
Living your life in post nut clarity
Nah,
or pre nut delusion.
Post-nut.
I'm choosing post nut clarity
Nah.
every time.
You got to, because
You could jack off for 2 minutes.
I call it
I
like,
got the answer now.
I say-
figured it out.
yeah, I say rubbing the evil out, man. Because can we talk about this a little bit?
Ask me a question real fast, Dakota. Hold up. See how fast I have the answer.
Okay, God, he make two consenting adults love, right?
Right.
Love is a beautiful thing. Love making, right?
Sure.
Most even religious couples, no matter what the religion is, like if you're with your wife, we shouldn't know what you and your wife do anyway, but you could be as freaky as you want.
I mean, God
Right.
even says in the bedroom, it's defiled. It's defiled. Defiled. I mean, whatever you and her
Yes.
agree to do,
So yeah.
it's full consent. It's totally okay with God.
So okay.
Because think about it, right? He created you to procreate for him. Like whatever you do to get him what he wants you to create, that's all he really cares about.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point I realize that it's not so much the parent, it's about the child. Once that child comes out of this earth, it's as much as you want to put the parents, and that's what our world wants always. Oh, the parent, no, the parents just did a guy, but really, that child is an individual.
I feel like it's not the act, because I feel like it's not so much the act of the adultery itself that's frowned upon. I think it's so much more the lying and the misunderstanding and the delusion behind it. Because in a perfect world, you know what I'm saying, if you could be honest with a bunch of women about them with each other, you know what I'm saying, and them all being cool with it, You know what I'm saying? That's like in a perfect world. You know what I mean? But the trick is even though we're able to do that, the actual reality of it is girls don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? No matter what,
No.
you know, they know there's other girls. Like it's just in their,
For-
it's just in the, yeah, I'm saying it's in their bones to get jealous, and they can accept it and be cool with you, but they'll never like want to be a part of it or be understanding, like you know what I'm saying, or be like
Yeah.
engaged or like want to hold apart like that. You know what I'm saying?
Unless you're like some cult or something. 40 acres and a mule. Either 5 wives, they each got 8 acres, or like 8 wives, they each got 5 acres, and but you got the 40, you just kind of roam around, but you got 8 or 5, and they all got separate land, and then wouldn't that be some shit?
And then you go to each and every
And
house.
if they want to see each other, or maybe once or twice a year, there's a big gathering.
I don't think it works, man. I'll be real. I think they're gonna be looking at each other's houses. So why is this bitch house
Same.
got this?
Nope.
Does this bitch house got that?
They all
Why
got
you
it.
spend that? Why you spend that much time at her house?
Same
and you
floor-
at my house for like this
Same
long?
floor plan for all you bitches. No walk-in closets for none of you. Nope.
And that's cultish.
You got the land. You got the land.
They
That's
gonna wear
it.
the same fits too. They got to wear the same fucking fits too. They got like a jumpsuit style type shit.
Yeah. Different
They do the
colors.
same stuff, so they're all equal no matter what.
Well,
They're
yeah.
all equal.
Like red.
You can make it the
green.
most equal on earth, and they'll still be like, I saw you stare at her nostrils longer than you stared at me at all today.
Oh my god.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how how it is. This is just like it's just the way it is. They don't want to share, which is understandable. So it's all about whether not like you know what I'm saying, like do you respect her enough to be honest with her and upfront about all these other
Yep.
women you want to see, or
Yep.
do you love her enough to where you'll lie to her? Because the truth is, I ask this question to people all the time. Like a guy has 2 girls, he lies to one, but he tells the other one about the other. Who do you think he loves more?
You know what? I think for me, it's just gonna come at that particular moment. That if I
But don't really answer my question though. Who do you think he loves more? If a guy he has 2 girlfriends, he lies to one, and then he tells the other one about the other girl. Who do you think
I
he
mean,
loves more?
I'm telling the side one like shit because my main girl, she kind of know my possible behaviors, but she's not supposed to know like what I'm doing. But so the side one, I let her know little shit like, hey, don't call this, don't call this time or this,
The girl you love is the one you want to keep in the dark more than the girl you go and lie to because you love because you don't want to not like you know what I'm saying. You slightly don't want you slightly worry about losing her more than the other one. And that's the way it is. As men, that's just how we're geared, and that's how we have to understand. That's how it is.
Just like one of Patrice O'Neal's great whatever things. He was just like he's like I lied to you. Because I love you. I'm trying to protect your ass.
Exactly.
Like, bitch, like
you don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to know what you don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? You're happy right now.
You know what a woman has to do?
Focus on that.
He said, you know what a woman has to do? Grow on you.
Grow on you. That's crazy.
My girl been with me for 6 years. I've been with her for 2 years. 6 years. I've been with her for 2.
I've been with her for 2.
Like, Patrice.
I've been with her for 2.
He be dropping shit.
What you gotta do?
I tell people that all the time. And yeah, or how long you been?
I've been with her for 2.
Yep. Or like be like, my girl been with me for 10 years. I've been with her for 5. Like, or 6. And they're like, some people get it, some people don't. But it's good philosophy, man. I don't know.
Sure.
Even before I found out really about Patrice, I used to listen to him on Open Anthony. And but I kind of like I've always been that way. I'm the creator of bitches. So like my views in females, like I don't know. I always had women issues, so I don't know, man. Maybe I'm kind of schizo too. Like I just want like to be nice when I want to be nice. I want to fuck when I want to fuck. Literally, like, and it can be quick, short. I don't care. I'm not evil about it, aggressive about it. If you don't want to give it to me, cool. Like I'll handle it for now, but eventually I'll pay for it. I'll fucking talk my way into it. I don't give a fuck. Pussy's not like hard to get. Like,
no, for sure.
It's just like you have to put yourself through things to get it sometimes, and that's what that's what I don't like anymore.
No, I hear that.
Goddamn, risking my life for this shit.
Yeah.
For real, man. I'll be driving for this shit fucking 2.5. Okay, one time, about 3-4 years ago, man. Oh, one of the ones. I swear to God, snowstorm. I'm going to Elko. She hits me. I'm in Elko or in the window with my sister. I get off. I'm at the airport. I get off the airport, bro, and just hit the freeway, and like I'm belling, and I had the Nissan Rogue, and I hit some black ice and some shit, dude. I do a 360 spin, go off the highway, straight whatever in the like in a ditch, like pull my shit out there, just oh fuck. I said, goddamn, bro. I said I'm over here speeding for some pussy. I was so excited though, man, because she's like, is nice, bro. Like that shit, dude. I'm giving in every time, bro, because it makes me feel good. Like when you get that vagina, bro. Like
no, the rush. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the afterwards, though, that
So-
post nut clarity hit, and then you just kind of like,
even when I jerk off, I feel the dopamine. I sit there and I have to fucking. Usually that's why I like to do it in the sink. That I just put the water in the sink. I don't like to like wipe off and then roll. I just usually try to do it in the sink.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're aiming, I mean, yeah, if you're, I mean,
Or I have a designated jack off, usually pair of boxers or a towel that I just like continually unfold and then just not.
to anybody who wants to stop jacking off and wants to stop masturbating.
Oh,
I'll give you this advice right here will help me. Is every time you think of grabbing a rag, you're just thinking of something to cover it up because you know you're gonna want to clean up. While you're grabbing it, think of Jesus. Just imagine Jesus as you're doing it, and I guarantee you'll be so turned off so quick. I promise you. If you do it and then just think of like Jesus, and if you're not religious, think of like a close relative like your grandma or grandpa, like walking in the room or some shit. I'm telling you. You will drop that shit so fast because you'll be so turned off from that thought. I'm telling you. If it's not religion, I'm telling you. Think of something that turns you off. I'm telling you.
I don't know, man, because Granny, now that I think about it, she did have some big old titties.
That's crazy.
Granny
to be like,
I see
I'm
my
talking
grandma's
like
titties
Granny
one time.
catching you, not so much Granny herself. I'm talking about her prime. I'm talking her catching you.
No, the reason
Them
why
little-
too.
yeah,
No,
them
you know
little
what?
titties catching you, doing the act.
It's
like
crazy.
it's disgusting, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, before Granny walked in on me, like I knew she was hearing me, and so like I would still do it. See, the fucked up thing is if you know someone's listening or watching you jerk off, like listening to you jerk off, and you still continue to jerk
that's
off.
crazy.
That's the level I'm at.
Could you think of Jesus and then still jerk off?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah. I bet Jesus has some bad bitches. I'm trying to think of the pussy Jesus got. Goddamn. Bethlehem and whatever, walking around. Bro, the Egyptian, oh my God. And even when I went down my Egyptian studies, like, what's her name? Not Cleopatra, the other one. Horus's, goddamn. Nefertiti. Like Nefertiti type. Oh my God.
Nah, I hear that.
Yeah, man. Oh no, but that's what I was gonna ask. At what point does this sex that's God-given, natural, loving, when does it turn demonic? When does at what point does Satan use that as a tool against? When does he take something that God supposedly, I believe, but I'm just going to say supposedly created, and like, is it when you get when you do that out of wedlock thing? Is it when you're 14 and you start, because in society, right? Oh, we have a joke, right? Oh, the socks go missing. My kids just turned 14. Haha. It's like, and it's like a laughing thing, right? Or oh, they're just being teenagers. But it's like, are they? I don't know. Like, at what point does sex turn demonic? Or Satan, or whatever.
I think the demonic part in it is it's not so much the sex itself or the act of, but I feel like if you're somebody, when you're using it as a crutch as opposed to something that you get out of your own joy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not fucking girls that you really want to fuck. You're just fucking because they're throwing themselves at you because they're available. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a standard for it. You don't have, you know what I'm saying? You're not picking and choosing. You're not vetting them at all. You're not giving them any type of clearance. You're just letting whoever's going to open your legs to you, and you're giving it up because you need sex that bad. I think that's the demonic part about it, because it's like,
Yeah.
I have a lot of girls. I could be fucking right now. You know what I'm saying? With the amount of penguins out here that be fucking hitting on me and shit. You know what I'm saying? I could be fucking right now, but I'm so picky and I'm such a high standard. They all waddle around me. You know what I'm saying? You go to any club, they fucking waddle. They're all built the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing is like, I fucking like, you know what I mean? Like I have a standard. It's like, and my standard is stronger than my need to get my dick wet. And I think when it comes to I need to get my dick wet, who's gonna give it to me? I think that's when it's demonic. You know
And
what I'm
plus, you
saying?
don't drink either. You know, because that helps. Because when you drink, man, all your senses goes out. I mean,
'Cause
all
my
of a sudden-
nightmare is drinking and then waking one morning, and that's not a girl.
So
That's not
Ooh.
a girl. You know what I'm saying?
so like say like, you know, basic teenage, whether they lose their virginity in high school or whether the 14, you know, you're running around finger banging and getting hickeys, that's still like innocent. Like God's not really tripping too much, right? Because it's like, okay,
Yeah.
You're a kid though. You're a kid. You're not committed
Right.
to nobody. You're still figuring out what
Yeah,
love and
you-
sex is. And I'm not saying that makes it justifiable for you to go out and fuck every girl in
Yeah.
high school.
Mhm.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But if you do, you do. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, everyone has a different experience. You gotta find one way or another, like what pleases you and what kind of dog you are. You know what I'm saying? You need that time to figure
Yeah.
out what kind of dog. Am I a shy dog that don't really get too much play, but I can hold one down when I get him? Am I a woman who don't get play at all, just in general, just don't know about girls or anything like that? Or am I someone that just get a lot of it and that no matter where I go, you know, it's just easy for me to get? You know, you got to gauge that. You need that time to gauge it. That's why I don't think you can't think of it as sin. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's your time. You're a kid. You know what I mean? Like you're still young. You know what I mean?
Is there? Would you? I asked this question. We had talked about this. Does a woman's, if you were trying to wife a woman, like your wife, your baby mom, her prior body count matter to you?
100%.
Mm.
100%.
Okay.
For a girl, I'm just trying to smash. It's not a big deal.
or just her past in general. Let's say even
100%.
she only had the one guy,
100%.
but it is like a viral sex tape.
Oh yeah, I still wouldn't. Yeah.
Okay, so the
I
past,
still wouldn't. Yeah, I still wouldn't.
so the sexual
'Cause-
integrity of a woman, I guess.
Because my thing is accountability. You know what I'm saying? And the way that I position myself and hold myself, I always imagine myself as a guy I'm not gonna lie to myself and cope with you and make you feel good about your decision that you made and make you, and console you and be like, I'll give you the world now because you did. No, it's like you fucked up the one thing that's super easy. You know what I'm saying, for a girl. And I know I'm a guy, I have no place to talk for a girl, but I don't give a fuck, bro. Like as a man, like you were never gonna have respect for a girl who has sex with a lot of men, as opposed to a guy who has sex with a lot of girls.
But,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's not the same
No.
because you don't know, because they're never gonna know what goes into for a guy to get a girl. They're never gonna know what it takes, as opposed for a girl, bro. There's no matter what you do, guys are gonna come after you no matter what.
Let's
They're
say,
always gonna be there.
like
Maybe not the guys you want, but guys are gonna be there.
right. Like hypothetical, like you're getting married this October, and 5 years in, whatever, you got the house, you got a fucking 5-year-old, but you find out, say like some tape or something leaks, and fucking she has some video on, or whatever, something comes out.
I'm leaving her. I'm leaving her straight up.
Okay, but let me throw some things in. Let me throw some things in
Taking
there.
my kid.
Well, hold on. Let's say you find out, and it's definitive proof, but like the world doesn't know. It's not on the internet. It's just like, or even says, whatever. You get a tape of her like slobbing 15 now, getting a bukkake at UNR campus when she was 18. Oh, but she never told you. With that,
See, I'm leaving. Nah, I'm still. My answer remains the same. I'm leaving her. I'm taking my kid. I'm leaving her, and I'm actually gonna defy it and try to be like. And I'm also gonna try to defy it and try to besmirch her right off my kid's birth certificate, so nobody has to know that that's his mama.
Lawyer up immediately. Huh?
Straight up. No, because here's the thing. First of all, you lied, bitch. You never told me about this. You know what I'm saying? We got committed. We did this shit, and you've been lying this whole time. And here's the thing. And the thing. And even if I'm the only one who knew about it, I don't care if I don't gotta ask. You know what I'm saying? You run a train on, like, you know what I'm saying? With 15 dudes run a train on you.
You want to know? You want to know?
What I mean?
Is that part of the dating process that you want to know?
I would say, like, yeah. If you tell, if I really, really, really heavily fuck with you and you did some freaky ass shit like that, it's not that we wouldn't stop dating, we wouldn't be friends or nothing like that. I just don't know if I'd marry you at that point. You know what I'm saying? I probably still fuck with you as a person. We probably still like fuck around and we probably still be
Yeah.
cool. Be
But
hella
she-
cool.
but-
I'll probably still help you out,
but-
whatever. But I just wouldn't like we wouldn't be
But
wiped up or
Dylan,
nothing.
she loved you so much, and she knew that if you knew that, you wouldn't marry her, and you're the guy of her dreams. So that's why she never brought it up, because she wanted you to father her kids, man. You are her one, and that's the only reason why she didn't bring it up, bro.
So here's the problem.
It's
Here's
like,
the
baby,
problem.
I'm so
So here's the
sorry.
problem.
That was
So
my
here's the problem.
bad.
Here's the
But I
problem.
will
Here's the
do
problem. Here's the problem.
anything.
Here's once again, it's her fault that she wasn't expecting me before she
What if-
started
what
to
if-
15 dudes fucking rail her.
But what if
She wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like you had to been waiting for me within that time before you decided. No, you decided you knew I was coming, because every girl knows that the perfect guy is coming for them. You know what I'm saying? The guy of their dreams is coming for them. The perfect guy. And
Oh,
that
I
happens to
got
be
the,
me.
I got.
And if that happens to be me, it's like if you knew it and
What
you
if
were in
she-
college and you're experimental and you still let
What
and you
if
still let
she
that's so, you know what
messed
I'm saying?
What
Because
if
you know how easy that is to do, and then
What-
and here's the reason why. And here's the reason why I would say, I wouldn't even let her like meet my kid's mom no more, because when my kid gets older and let's say that leaked tape gets out there and now it's known that that's his mom, you know what I'm saying? Kids in school gonna traumatize that boy because they're like, oh, what about your mom? You know what I'm saying? Your mama jokes are the most hurtful thing you can say to a kid growing up. Talking about their mom, you know what I'm saying? Talking about their mom is like the fucking like no matter where it is, when you talk about someone's mom, it's always gonna hit. So it's like you gotta understand, like that's what these OnlyFans girls these days don't get. You know what I'm saying? It's like they have kids and shit, and they think it's all G. Like it's not gonna matter. Like, bro, no, like you gonna affect other people's lives because you know you want to be promiscuous. You want to not maintain the easiest thing to maintain, which is your, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's why for me, it's like whether or not she's the perfect girl for me. If I found that out, then you're not the perfect girl for me. You know what I'm saying? Because whether or not you did it or not, you lied about it and you let 15 dudes get in there at the same time before me. Like. That's crazy to me. How do I know you meeting me like it wasn't that like you were like you're just so easy that it was easy to get me, and then you realize that I'm actually the shit, and now you like me more, and then you stuck onto me and made sense. That's why you lied to me. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't trust your ass. You know what I mean? It's a trust thing now. So it's like, you know what I mean? So it's I'm not. But at the same time, for me, I vet a girl so hard that I would know that before I married her or anything. Just saying, like, if that situation happened to happen, I would leave her immediately. But me in general, that wouldn't happen too because I would vet a girl and I'd find shit like that. I have friends who do research and shit for me.
Well, I mean, if you're girls that, you know, the first couple of toppings that she gives you, you'll be like, God, you know. And there's red flags to that. The girl's too sexual. I think about this a lot. Like if I, you know, why?
Girls can be just as horny as guys. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, yeah.
They always say like, you know,
More
guys are
devious.
more horny. Guys are the horny ones. Nah, bro, fuck that. Girls have a different way of being horny.
Brother Ray,
It's not the same
what
as
you got in
men.
your mind there? You were gonna chime in,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I forget what it was a few minutes ago, but I mean, what about for you, man? Like, how important? You know, I mean, you're at a different stage, obviously, but yeah, still, I mean, if you even a 40-year-old or whatever, you know, not a relatively younger woman, career driven, but she had like some crazy
ran the fuck through, and you found out later on, not right away, but later on.
But
at my age now,
Yeah.
but she's on the path that whatever, you know, she's I guess turn her life around, you know, she's, you know, but she told you everything, like, you know what, yeah, I did the gangbangs or this, I went to Mardi Gras, you know, and there might be some footage, but who knows? No, you know, whatever.
I think for me, because I've had a life already,
Yeah.
and because I'm already like, I'm fixed.
Right.
I can't produce. It's not so much, you know, it'll be a different because with Dylan, you know, that's his first, you know, he's going to grow a seed.
Yeah.
I already grew mine.
Right.
I don't know. I guess it really, really depends on the relationship.
Right.
You know, it depends on how she makes me feel.
Yeah. Like you can look past the shit.
I think I can look past
if you
that.
didn't, like, no, this girl's dope. And you know what? She admitted to me she's actually a woman of God. She's following everything. She, you know, she repented, you know, to me, to whoever the, you know, she really,
you know, it's funny. It's funny. My dad taught me something when I was young. Something about the coochie that stuck to me.
Mm. Oh.
And we had a conversation. I had a conversation with my dad. I said, Dad, you know what? I'm kind of like insecure. What if my dick is not big enough? You know what my dad said? My dad said, don't worry about it. I said, "What do you mean, Dad?" He goes, the coochie adjusts to your dick. What? It does. It adjusts to your dick.
Yeah.
He goes,
It's elastic.
he goes, imagine you have a whole baby come out of that one. It's not the size of your dick. It's how you make them feel. And then your dick, then their coochie is gonna form to the size of your dick.
Take the eyes of like horniness away from me. Take the eyes of horniness away from me. Look at the moral. Why does she deserve to be rewarded by a relationship with you for giving up her, you know what I'm saying? For giving up her virtue like that. It's not just a video of one dude railing her. If it's a video of one guy railing her, getting railed by one dude, that's already arguable because it's a videotaped of it. But it's like, okay, like it's, so you're being freaky.
Man, think about it now. Cassie Ventura.
You wanted to record it, okay. But 15 guys at once now, come on though. Like that's a knowledgeable thing you're doing. You know what I mean? You're taking all those dicks at once.
Not even at once. She told you her number. She said her honest number was 35.
Oh, hell. Oh, that's a lot.
35.
How old is she though? How old is she?
27.
Ooh, that's a lot. But that, nah.
To be honest though, that's the average these days for girls. That's like their average body count at girls that age. For a girl who's 27, that's their average body count.
Hey, I had I was having a conversation at work, and we got into this debate. And I told the whole thing, you're supposed to, they say multiply it by 3. And they're like, no, And she's like, and I think it was like 21 or some shit, right? In her 20s. And she's like, you want me to be, she's like, she had to think about it. She's like 21. And I said, wait. I'm like, and I always tell them, like, literally like 21 penetrations, or like, 2 dudes ate you out, 4 guys finger fucked you, and, 13 guys penetrated. And she's like, no. Like, so you've had 21 dicks. And she's like, yeah. I'm like,
you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
And she's about 20-something, 25, born in the 90s. I'm like, and even to think,
that's average, bro.
Let's round it up to just 30, because she's 21 dicks, but 4 guys ate her pussy. She sucked 10 guys that didn't fuck her. All those other variables.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of that goes into play, man. When that's why I'm so glad. I don't know, I'm just a dude, but like, even for us, like you talk about protecting your energy, your chi, your testosterone, your energy. I do think of that more as I get older, or like scenarios, going over to girls' houses, and then you never know, you could get robbed or mugged, or someone pop out the closet, or I did almost get catfish one time. This was the website Date Hookup, like 2012 or 13, and me and my boy Matt Sleeper, Skeeter, we're all twacked out. We're rolling to the east side, and I'm talking to this little bitch. And I see a lot of random pussy off this website. Before, it was like easy. Anywhere you go, you just put in your zip code, bah, and then it just went to shit. This was before the bot days and the algorithm. But there was like a tranny thing. Long story short, it was like a he, she, hermaphrodite, whatever the fuck. As we're pulling up, and they're sending me pictures, like real shit, butt shots, and this and this and whatever. I didn't see no pussy, no dick, but as I get closer and I get out, yeah, we're right here. And then they call, hey, just to let you know, yada yada yada, blah blah. I say, what? I flip out. Like I lose my shit. I'm yelling on speaker. I pull away, get the fuck out of here, But they got us all the way across town. But upon just as I was meeting, just to let you know, I said, what the fuck? I tripped the fuck out. Never met, never nothing. But I lost my shit on the phone. And like I was very rageful. Like I'm glad. Like even I took that as a sign. Because who knows? Maybe I would have done a crime of passion or something, bro.
Right.
I was young and reckless. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a killer. I'm not a. Right. But bitch, like you try to betray me like that, or you and your tranny fucking mate jump out, knock me over the head, take my wall. Like,
were they both trannies?
There was just one that I know of. Like, I was just talking to like what I thought was a black chick.
Right.
You know, a lot of black girls on there.
They're trying to throw me. I'm not nothing that fake, bro. He
Oh,
catching
no.
all the smoke. I don't give a
No.
fuck. If you a tranny and you throw thin and you trying to catch a fade with me,
Oh yeah,
you catching all the smoke. I don't give a fuck. I will fuck your shit up. I don't give a fuck.
yeah. Fuck them.
Straight up.
But like, but that's a
you
sign
walk
of
around like a bitch and then act like a dude when you need to.
Send
Like,
it-
get the fuck out of here.
even though I'm young, I'm single. I had no kids at the time.
Mhm.
This is how I feel. I was still there. I would say that's more. I was on evil time sexually. Like I wasn't looking for a wife. I wasn't even looking for a girlfriend. I was just looking for some nasty, whatever I could get into that wasn't gay or transsexual. You know.
Mhm.
And then, but chasing it, right? It could have led to worse.
Right.
Like so many scenarios, man. So I don't know. As men, and if there's any younger guys, hopefully there's no minors listening to this shit. But if you do, whatever, like they could hear just stuff like that. Like,
It's crazy.
you know, how we feeling, fellas, man? I don't even know what we're going on 3 hours. Okay,
Damn.
3
Didn't feel
hour
that
show. I don't even feel that long, huh?
Doesn't even feel like it's hella fun, huh? We just
With the beats, and then there's just something about, yeah, this is cool and this is cool, but hearing yourself,
Yeah, I know. Having
the
your-
resonation.
having the voice right there so you can actually hear yourself.
I'm just enjoying listening to you guys.
This is cool, man. And then, like, you know, I'm sitting here tripping out too, looking at like Pops and Son, and then, you know, just like the cycle, bro. And it goes by fucking fast because my son's gonna be 10 next week, actually, like 6 days, and
Hey.
I'm already 10 years in.
No, yeah, because the car is
Same day as Trent.
as Trent.
Yeah,
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
27. Shout out.
27.
Yep.
How old are you when you and my dad met us?
18. 06.
Okay.
Oh, 06.
Because another foster woman that's crazy is that Scoob. When I met Scoob, I was about 7 years old when I met him, and he was my age right now, like 25 when I met him as a kid.
Yeah.
And now his daughter is 7 years old, and I'm 25. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? She's meeting me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Meeting me for the first time. So it's like
You're
kind of, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of, yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Dude, it's a trip, bro. Like, I mean, you guys were just little kids, like, I don't know. Just little
I remember, yeah.
little fuckers.
I remember
don't
seeing
know.
everybody at the house. As a
Yeah.
And then of course, like I remember pulling up, like the first time or whatever. I had the whole thing. It was on video, you know, the V, and I had hopped out the door, and you kids were like playing outside or whatever, running around,
Yeah.
and it was just a trip. I still don't really like other people's kids that much. I mean, you know, kids protect the kids, but the whole time growing up, like I just knew I would always have a kid,
Mhm.
you know, just because, you know, like,
Yeah.
well, I want to leave a legacy for one.
Yeah,
at
exactly,
some
exactly,
point.
Exactly. It's our human nature.
Yeah.
Biologically as men, you know.
But
we
I
wanna
never
have
wanted
kids,
it
you know.
Yeah, like I tried to get to my 30s, but
That's cool. You know?
but when I would go to like friends' houses, I don't really, you know, I didn't play with you guys, and then even like maybe my buddy Joey, he's like, nah, you know, I don't really pick his, you know, kids up and shit. I remember like holding Dove's like little girl when he would be like rapping or, you know, feeding her or something
I was
while
in
he's
there.
rolling the blunt or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but I always just felt odd around little kids.
No,
I
that's
still
what
feel
you
weird about kids.
mean.
Like,
I know what you mean.
it's just like,
Especially if it's not mine.
yeah.
I mean, I just remember people
remember-
being there. Like there were the adults that were like the kid adults, and then there were the adults that were like, you know, just there chilling most of the time. So like you and Scoob, like I even told Scoob, I'm like, yeah, you and Scoob, like, you know, you guys were just always chilling. I have memories though. Like I remember you were old, like out of everybody, you were at the house the most.
Yeah.
I remember that growing up. You were.
I remember we
Dakota,
did like,
Dakota was always there. Like
I was just there.
Dakota was just there all the time. You
We
know
did a
what I'm
lot of
saying? So,
eating and
yeah, you're close to my parents, so I get it. Like it was cool. And then Scoob, like we didn't talk much as a kid, but one thing I told Scoob, one thing I remember about Scoob is that
Dakota was always there. That's
he
tight.
always had the newest shit, like the newest games, the coolest toys. You know what I'm saying? Like Scoop always had the newest shit. And I told Unc that. I was like, yeah, that was something I remember growing up. And then like the ones that I remember playing with though was like Don Beanie Bean, Dallas, you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
man, like that. Those are the guys who played with us growing up.
Dallas, yeah.
Dallas was one of those. He's a cool motherfucker.
He was
bro.
fun.
He's honestly,
He had like a bunch of jokes. He had half my humor today is from Dallas. Honestly,
Dallas.
Oh,
a lot of my
Dallas.
humor from today is like because Dallas, like kind of growing up and like Dallas telling us the jokes.
Growing up with mostly around white people, I could say I've literally probably met my top 5 white people here in Reno. Now that I think about it,
Top 5.
Right.
I mean they're from whatever. Jay James,
JJ.
Don Beanie, just because he's a.
But he's native, but he's a Native American though.
Yeah, okay, he's Native.
Don, you know what? No matter what, because I know him the most.
Dallas.
Don is a nigga.
Yeah, he's not really white. I mean,
he's
appears
Native
white.
American. He's just light skinned.
Well, maybe like at least 2 or 3 of the dopest like white people do. But Dallas was just a generally cool motherfucker.
Dallas was the
Yeah,
dopest, man. Dallas was a white.
Every time he was over, he was just fun. He would just have little games, he would say little jokes, he like do little things.
Because he's from
He
Florida.
was that drink my beer type of uncle, like he wants to sip this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then Don was active, man. He was playing with us, like, man. I remember when Don used to babysit. It was the funnest because anything we would do, he would grab our toys and he would be rolling around with us, like playing. Like our lightsaber fights were more epic. Anything we want to do, he'd go out with us and he'd start doing it with us. Like he was like, because he was a kid too, so it was like, man, if he would babysit us, it was like, man, it was the best memories. He was like, it was hella fun. We had a tetherball stand in our backyard. He would come in the back and play tetherball with us and whoop our asses. He didn't go easy on us.
Yeah.
He didn't let us win or nothing like that. Like you go easy for a little bit, let us get a couple hits in, and he'd be like, "Okay, you ready?" And then he'd win, and then be like, "Okay, next."
Well, do you have any memories of Jonah? Like, where's Jonah at in your memory bank?
You know what's funny? You know what's funny? You know what my memory of Jonah is? I remember Jonah. My dad was at work, I think, and Jonah knocked on our door, rung the doorbell, and my mom was there. And he pulled up at our door and asked for a beer, and then took a beer and dipped. That's like
Can I get a beer?
That's exactly what it was like.
What
That's like the memory I have of
Can I get a
Jonah.
beer? I could see Jonah doing
That's
some
the
shit
memory
like
I have
that.
of Jonah.
Remember Jonah?
Yeah.
Remember Jonah when he went to the store and he asked the lady and she gave him some change and he's like, thank you.
I think he asked for you change or a cigarette. And he asked for like a, and he did a little. I've never seen a motherfucker so excited over a cigarette and he or a change, and he took and he did this little thing and he like he did this little jump, twinkle toe step. And it was borderline like the kids would say zesty, but looking back, maybe he was.
Yeah, it was like more of a frolic.
Comedy.
Frolic. It was.
I don't think he realized it because when he got in the car, we're fucking rolling. He's like, what? You know, he's just like, what? What happened? What I missed? And we're just fucking dying. And I'm like, and I remember saying like, you don't realize what you just did. He's like, no. I said, dog. You know, we just kind of.
There's some like I'll be real. There's some like I'm gonna be a little racist here, but I'm gonna be like, there's some black dudes that I've met.
Oh, yeah.
I swear, I think they talk to aliens, bro. Because the way they act and the way they are,
yeah.
Like they just make some random noise. They talk to themselves
Oh my
sometimes.
God.
Kind of just like quiet and awkward, and then like all of a sudden just like. And it's always like usually brothers. Like I'll be real. Like it's always usually brothers. Like they're hella cool to talk to when you're in a conversation with them. Like they can function. You think they're fine. It's when you're not in a conversation and you see like their manners and doing things. It's kind of like, is this guy on Earth? Is he with us? Because you'll see them and they'll just kind of be like zoned out or like talking to them, and mumbling or like making weird noises or some shit. Like
they're decent guys. They're very volatile guys. You have to talk to them with very caution. I usually have my security around, and but the hip hop guys are great. But some of them are, they're predators. They really are. They really are.
If you're a cool person, you're a cool person. I can be cool with anybody. I just noticed that there are some people that are just like awkward on like first response. You know what I'm saying? Like
we first found
sometimes
that
talking to them, it feels like they're not all there. But
with
talk to them,
Jonah,
they're normal people.
That first time, remember in the car, all of a sudden we didn't know what happened to you. Yeah. Like what happened to Dakota? He just out of just nowhere hopped out of my car and disappeared.
No, I was scared.
I don't know where the fuck he went.
This was when the weed was so good back then, better than this dispensary shit. I'm talking about the way we were getting blown. And Jonah wigged out. I've had a seizure before. I think he might have had something like a seizure, because I don't know,
You think that's what he had?
something like that.
Crazy.
Wow.
Because he literally was it him. He freaked out and I dipped or
No, he freaked
Okay,
out
I
a
didn't
little
freak out,
bit,
right?
kind of like, you know,
he freaked out
and then you dip.
I was, yeah, no, and then like the energy, bro, was coming around. I've always felt like, I don't know, that was the beginning too, and I'm like, are these motherfuckers like trying to set me up? Like what the fuck? Because Jonah was kind of weird, bro. Before I got to know him, and honestly, the drugs got us closer. Probably fucked both our
Wait,
brains
did you
up
guys,
more.
wait a minute. Did you guys take something else?
Not that day, fuck no, because I don't even think,
No, right?
to my knowledge,
We just smoke weed. That's it.
yeah, no, me and Jonah have done plenty of things together.
But I know what I know
This
what
was
we
early on though.
I know what we did though.
Smoked good shit.
But then you guys did a little freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
you
were
guys did
sitting there hot
a
boxing,
little cipher,
and I
and
think
then
I was in the front, he was in the back, or vice versa. I don't know.
something like that, right?
And I remember just
Was that before we even met Quester, or was that when we met Quester?
probably around like I would say we already. No, maybe not though.
Did you
I
guys
remember Quester's kids.
Yeah.
Quester's kids. I wonder how they are.
God,
I remember
I remember his wife was fat.
yeah. She used to like talk to the kids kind of crazy too.
Yeah, she was just.
You know what I noticed about other people's parenting, like, is that like, well, you know, you can't. There's no manual that comes with the shit. But when I would, like, those days when I'd go to like other people's houses or something,
Mhm.
I always look like how they talk to the kids.
Right.
Like the house, whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck if you live in a trailer, an apartment,
Right.
clean, dirty, cluttered.
That's secondary. Yeah.
But like, how's your home life?
Right.
Like the kids that were like, and I guess that's why I'm like, oh, this dude's like just cool cat. Like he don't really, he's not. I don't know. I be sitting around certain people, and even some of our friends. Not gonna mention no names, but just like you be sitting like, God damn, like it made me want to go home and just like play with my kid, like oh, like, and you can't say nothing, whatever. And maybe just, but I would there's this one friend, and she like would serve her kids food and then like make them sit on the floor, even though they had a table. That like really fucking weirded me out. I was like, even as a non-dad, I was I had a bad feeling in my chest.
Right.
They're like dogs, and they had dogs, and I'm like, they're literally eating next to the dog bowls. She didn't make them eat next, but like sit down, like sit there, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? There's a table, like I'm sitting there, I'm smoking, I'm rolling up, just chilling, envy. And I'll still be like looking at the kids like.
How long ago was this? Was this
like even like no, like that's
bro.
parenting too that I noticed too. Like even growing up, I would notice in other parents, like
10 years
even
ago.
in Hawaii too, like local moms, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times they talk to their kids, they only talk to their kids and they're scolding them like, hey, what you doing? Get over here. Like you never really see them like be like just affectionate or just like be like playful. It's always just like this. Okay, now go do that. Okay, cool. Okay, good. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's just this. And then even parents like, you know, in kind of like more like higher households that I've seen, you know what I'm saying? It's always like, did you do this? Okay, cool. And then it's like order. And then I would look compared to like my family and me growing up, and I knew it was there because I'm like, bro, I feel like my we're like a sitcom, bro. We like a sitcom. We constantly saying jokes. We ourselves all the time. We clowning each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we speak in our mind at all moments. We're saying
we
exactly
always
how
say
we feel.
we always say thank you.
We always say thank you. We always say thank you. We always say we love you. We always affectionate. You know what I'm saying? We're always affectionate. We're playful. We're playful. When we're fighting, we're fighting. We argue. You know what I'm saying? We argue healthy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like we're family. You know what I mean? And then when we play, we play. And then you know what I mean? I think that's like that was the coolest part for me growing up. Is I'm like I feel like my family's like a sitcom, bro. Because we just clown, we just play, we're just ourselves. There's no like type of way we talk to each other. We don't feel uncomfortable talking to each other. We can talk to each other about anything, say how we feel about anything.
Well, you feel that. You feel like, you know, like energy when you walk in some homes or something.
Yeah.
Or there were some parents that like, or kids, you know, like there's some kids that I played with like 5 years or 4 years, like you never go inside their house because their parents are just like weird or something mean. Like no kids are not, you know. And then like I was always the house, like my mom was like the neighborhood mom or something.
Mine too.
All the fucking kids sleep over my house.
Mine too.
You know.
No,
And,
yeah, for real.
and to me, I prefer that because you know why? Because I'm there, I can protect the kids,
Yep. And you know.
and I know where my kid is.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, you know, um, when the parent is that kind of a parent, you're willing to lead, right? Which means that your kids are gonna learn. That's why my kids, they know, they all of them, they know how to lead. All these, each and every one of them can run a fucking company. I'm not worried about that. They can all become wealthy, you know, and it's you know, and I wouldn't want to show it like, oh, you know, I just want to be, hey, if I left a good memory enough to where it's like it helped you become successful in life, then
Yeah.
that's all, you know.
I think it's why I'm such a good host today too, is because most of the time all the events with all the friends are always held at my house and my family. So it's like I'm just used to hosting events at my crib too. Like now I'm the kind of person to where like if I'm doing shit too, I'd rather hold it at my place as well. Like honestly, I like inviting
Yeah.
people over. I like having guests. I like chilling with people. Like
Yep.
There's nothing like, you know, like when you cook the food and then your guest eats it, right? And they really enjoy what they're eating. And then the music you play, and they really enjoy the music that you're playing. And the conversation is going on around them. I love that. I love when people just vibe out, you know. I think that's the life I want to live. You know, unfortunately, like someone like Diddy like ruined it. I don't want to have parties like that.
Yeah.
I this is what this is a far fetched vision, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I think right now the whole universe is restructuring a lot of things for you and I, especially with the media world. I think because like there's a reason why even though you may have this so-called you think is quirks, overall you're a good father.
Mm-hmm.
You're a good person. You're a good man. You're a good partner, whatever, you know. That's the bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
So with that one right there, and then you already know no matter what kind of job you're getting into, you just don't really fit in this world.
Yeah.
Me and Scoop say that too.
That's the fucked up part.
I don't fit in this world. I said it to me. It's been proven. The last job I had,
Dude, you're like a testament to that. Because like I get like you get fired for the it's just fucking retarded. I'm the one who get fired. Okay, I whatever. I do this or this or but like you just literally like you said, your attitude. Sometimes I tell you, is it because you're too positive, bro? Is that a fucking thing?
you know what? Actually, I think you're right.
So positive,
Yeah.
bro, that it gets under people's skin.
Yeah.
And like it like you know, or even like where was I at? Yeah, watching the game, catching a couple minutes of the game, and they told like basically the two dudes I was with just watching it. Uh, yeah, hey guys, you keep it down. Like I'm gonna have to cut you off, and I know you're good, but some guests are starting to look. When the motherfucker, it's a close game. I was like, wow, like you can't even cheer for your squad
Right,
and show a
right.
passion anymore.
Right. That's what we were kind of talking about before we set up the show. Is that the culture?
The culture, yeah.
You know, like okay, so here I'm just gonna visualize this. I'm gonna verbally share my vision. When I start a company or a network of people I work with, I don't even say company. Like you know, I don't want to feel like oh I'm your overseer, your CEO. I don't even want that. What I'm interested in is a group of people, and they all have their own lane of expertise.
Yeah.
And then your lane, you are free to do what it is you need to do to be progressive and functional and just important and whatnot. Whatever you need, I'll provide that for you. And each and everyone has their own lane. Now, the whole secret to this is that because you know your lane, how is your lane going to work with this lane? That's a part of your lane.
You Do you hit that like switch? Just turn the slide off, like on the. There's a little switch
Because
on top.
if your lane if your
That's
lane
actually better. Shit.
is not clear, then the whole process gets a little bit. So that's how I want to run my company, where your creative, your ability is every aspect of it is respected.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that becomes the like the rumor, like similar to like I was saying, like even though I might want a so-called harem of women, right, or schedule, he likes schedule sex. No, they're like it's also a safe place, right?
Hmm.
Just because it's a scheduled session doesn't mean it's a mandatory. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, like this particular woman maybe had a bad day. Like, I would like to be a figure in the industry. Like, well, he just massaged my feet. He was really horny, but you know what? I said I had a long day, and we hung out and talked. He gave me a foot massage. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the same way the parties, maybe people that would you want to be like a refuge for like a whistleblowers, like say like your enterprise, the Ray's business, like
Hmm.
say a lady, you're interviewing her or whatever for this, and she comes to you, hey, um, I seen you last week at that Met Gala event, and this guy here, that I don't like him, like like they confide in you and say, hey, well, I don't want to like I don't want to be next to him because he whatever.
Hmm.
Would you like that kind of like maybe theme, or I mean, just like a case by case basis? Like, but if they knew that like Ray G is that stand up dude, like him and his people, his artists, you're not gonna get like sex claims. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like the girls can be there. Harris is
Mm.
gonna drink a little, but no one's gonna
No,
be.
no, there's no gonna be
Yeah.
none of that. And that's the thing. What I want to produce is just number one, each and every. See, I
Hell,
to
it's off.
me. Okay, so why don't I do this? Have the same comparison as P Diddy and myself. Okay, and let's say, for instance, at my age right now, I'm able to, like I always said about the three songs, whatever they are,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And far fetched idea, but I just have this feeling three main songs, and these three songs I'm gonna profit from even after I'm dead because it's gonna be licensed and it's gonna, and I want to put that for my family, the three songs, but I wanna give respect to the artists, the content producers, the musicians, the singers, the lyricists. I want to give them their ability to understand um, how can you make a living for your family in this business without being taken for granted, without getting sexual favors whatsoever, to where it's like you really get to live in this type of stuff. And because now with music and the phone so available, and think about it, we have 8 billion people in this world, bro,
Yeah.
and we've never been so international than we've ever been. There are people in perfect example. How many people has been listening, and how many countries? When we looked at
Um, a lot. Like
we're
it's even more
everywhere,
now.
right?
Fuck
Remember,
yeah.
we even had that Russian dude that contacted us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, look how easy it is now.
No. I think I don't know. I checked it last month. Was some Croatia or some shit. It was like second. Yeah.
Really? See, I don't. You know what? Okay, this is going on my
Oh
mind.
shit.
Okay, I've always just like just for fun, and
Yeah.
Dylan
Oh,
likes it too.
actually,
Like
yeah.
we make these short little stories, and you create a story, and then you have that license, and then you have it published, and now that's in syndication. That means you can actually lease that lease. You can
Mhm.
lease that content, and they get to put it on their platform because it catches, because people are gonna watch it. You know what I mean? That's residual. We can do that now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. No, I'm starting to get a big enough. Oh, I already got a big enough catalog to where like.
And you know what I want to do? I just want to like send it to Pakistan, and then talk to the people there. Look, take this to whatever, and then you basically you pick from the from the video, and you come up with a story with it or whatever, and
We got, well, this is like last 48 hours, like Spain, Russia,
oh, so that's the numbers.
Australia, Canada. I mean, mostly, I think it's just downloads though.
Okay, English.
We got some downloads like everywhere, bro. Canada. Who's downloading my shit? South Africa.
So wait, Canada is number one,
No. Well, US.
the highest.
Yeah. 5 downloads in Spain, 5 downloads in Russia,
Wow. Okay.
3 in Australia, Canada. We got Lithuania and Poland. Well, I don't know. It's just like, but then the YouTube's is statistics are different too. But yeah, that shit breaks down pretty good, man. The women followers are creeping up too.
Oh,
I
really?
think we're up to like, dude, the last time I checked, like 13% women now,
Wow.
up from 5. So
From 5 now to 13. That's good. That's good margin. That means our handsomeness is starting to work. It's good to be handsome.
I don't know if Podbean. I'm sure Podbean tells you too, but
But they don't. But in Podbean, they don't really get to see us because it's mostly audio.
yeah, these are all the. I'm trying to get to 2,000 whatever, what you call it, downloads, man. We're at 1,700.
Right.
Shit.
Hey, would you do like an acting or a commercial gig?
Yeah, I'm waiting for this. Yes, I would read like I'll read a script, a monologue, an ad. I would read it, perform it. If the sponsor wants to send me to an acting class or two just to nail it, I'd do that. Yeah, I would, man. And I could do whatever. I could go cheesy. I could go, funny. If they said put your own twist on it, absolutely. No, just say it like this. Come. I would love that, man. I want to use my voice to get paid. God dang it.
Just your voice.
I want to use my voice. I want to get paid for my voice, man.
Not your physique or nothing. Not your looks or features.
I mean, looks and all that too, like writings. Like honestly, before my physique, my brain, man, my writings, my works, my thoughts. Yeah, I'd rather get paid for my thoughts and like my voice.
So that means you have to, like, you got to be an author.
Yeah,
you got to write something.
Yeah. Working on, the thought is out there, right? But once something's printed, I was listening to a podcast the other day. But not even physique. I wish I'll go to some third world country. I'll just sell myself. I'll sell my body. There's got to be whoever. Just sleep around as a man. No, I'm just kidding. They're saying digital, but books, like burn book. They can shut down the internet. They can do anything they want, but like something that's printed, digital.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, printed.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
they're hardbound.
It circulates, and books, like it'll live on, as opposed to just there's no internet, so we'll be lighting fires or gathering around reading books or burning books for warmth or something. Yeah.
Well, you know what too? The thing is that I think the good thing about now is that you can actually have it like still printed, like on the hardbound.
Yeah.
And then you can have it digitally, and then you can keep it in the cloud or whatever. So, or in the hard drive or something, and you still can preserve that manuscript, right?
Yeah.
So, which is in a way, whichever's good, but what I think is I want to happen is that the 3 songs. And then I want to do a little, like, like a little story, like a little short story, like 20 minutes,
Mm.
you know. And the website, I have a podcast, Talk Teach Truth, but in there, there's a page of like maybe like a story.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of things we can do, man. Like, even with my little stock footage stuff, bro. Like, or even if you have a story kind of written or a poem, like I could put like, just kind of videos, like pictures behind it.
Well, you know what? Because like
Not like
all
a
this kind of
full-
stuff, you can actually. What I'm planning is that TikTok and Facebook and IG and all that stuff, right? Like I'll those are gonna be my arms, and then but it's all gonna go onto my website.
Yeah.
So if they want to see more of it in detail, they can look at it in my website. So that makes people go to my website because that's really what I want. Instead of them just going to my profile handle on my social media,
Mm,
put them on my website.
yeah.
And so when they're there, and then when they get to my website, they look at the story, right?
Yes, sir.
And then from there, on my website, I have the merch.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of having High Value Kings as a clothing line.
You definitely should, man.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's slowly but surely it's there. It's doable.
Absolutely, man.
It's doable.
I think I'm gonna wrap up over here.
Yep.
I mean, at least on YouTube, and we'll probably shoot the shit for a minute behind the scenes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Harris is Drinking Again podcast here with Brother Ray of Tati's Truth and High Value Kings and like 300 other business ideas and entities and stuff, and his son Dylan,
Harry's drinking again.
aka Detail. We know Detail. I'll be back tomorrow night, episode 135, 34, 35. I actually can't remember. I think 35. I'm not sure. Yeah, so it'll be tight. I have more of a topic or something put together, but you never know what you're gonna get. But this has been an off the cuff. Harris is Drinking Again. Dito, we got the third mic working. Brother Ray. Harry's Drinking Again. That's right. Signing off tomorrow, live, 9 p.m. for another episode of Therapy Night Rants. Have a good night. We out this bitch. Yeah.